Hello, and welcome back to Limbus Company. Hello, Urge. Hello, Alonso. Yes, on YouTube, the post says 8 p.m. Or at least it should. I don't know. YouTube's been kind of flaky lately. I set up my stream, and then it gives me an error message, and then I have to remake the whole thing again. It's a little tedious, but we're just peeling back the veil for a second. Anyway, Limbus Company. Where'd we leave off again? Good evening, everybody. I have been playing for like the last hour. I just finished my last MD run of the week. Oh my god. His, what's it called? Blazing Strike or something like that? Blazing Strike is a single coin skill. This means if you have the commemorative coin, it goes twice. Bro. I did it against the floor 5 boss, and he was half dead turn 1. It was the first ability of the turn. It was actually amazing. Holy shit. I love Burn Tremor. Whatever you guys call it. I forget the term already. Either way, welcome back. That coin is so good, bro. Off stream, of course, I did my 3 weekly MDs, but I almost have enough ego shards for a Ryoshu redeem. If you guys can think of a good use for that, and let me know. My original thought process was going to be First Match Flame. I think that's the name of the Scorch Girl ego. Because I heard it was really good, but if there are better options, please let me know. Philip Clare enhanced S3 with the coin. Yeah, it's insane. Either way. Let's go ahead and begin. I've done most of my daily stuff, just not the Luxcavations. But I can do that later. It's because I'm kind of low on energy, and I'm completely out of Encaphali modules after doing those MDs. I might even have to burn a box here, but I got 11 of them, so it's fine. Where did we leave off? From what I remember, the before team got sent ahead to... Oh god, what corp are we in? T? QRS, TUV, WX, Y, and Z? I don't actually remember what letter corp we're at, but we're in the Great Lake. And our before team got kidnapped by a bunch of pirates. We didn't know what to do. Everyone still has a bit of trauma from Sod and Effie. Rest in peace, you know. If you know, you know. And if you're this far in the story, you know. And then, I was going to say Sinclair, no. Ishmael finally showed up for the first time in a while and just took everything into her hands. Who knows what's going to happen now? U-Corp, thank you. Okay. We'll go with... I kind of want to use the burn team, but we'll go with Team 1. Would the burn team be fine here? I don't know, it's like a water-themed one. Game capture is cropped? Let me see about that. Oh, I see what you mean. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. Is that better? I think that's a holdover from the Arc Knights tier list. Hang on. Let me just place it like this. Is that better? Alright, let's go. We're a couple levels under level, but we got some great IDs. The location, as marked by the pirate's blood, led us to the entrance of a club. Faint music could be heard echoing out from behind the doors. So, this is the place?
우리 중에 이런 요란한 클럽 가본 사람?
굳이 우리 중에 고르자면은
I'm with Gregor, actually.
그거 편견이야. 우리 뒷골목에는 이렇게
Okay,
화려한 술집은
when you put
거의
it that way.
없었어. 장사가 잘 될 리가 없었잖아. 뭐 뒷골목에서 몰래 벌이는 파티 같은 건 있었지만 그럴 때마다 소녀가 매번 귀신같이 알아채서 잡아왔었지.
So, where are we talking about this?
단테? 입구에 경호원들이 있잖아.
몇 명이서 오셨죠?
2명. 섭섭하네. 나 기억 안 나? 명단에도 올려져 있는데.
This is a member of U-Corp. Also, I can't think of the term for it, but in Blue Archive, they're called mobs. like the generic units where they don't even have eyes. They're just like the generic member of that school. I'm liking the mob here.
예, 죄송합니다. 확인했습니다. 들어오시죠.
저것 봐. 뭔가 쑥덕거리면서 물어보잖아. 자연스럽게 저걸 뚫어야 한다는 건데.
그럼 그다음으로 많이 갈 만한 사람은
He's gonna say Otis. No, Heathcliff.
나?
Actually, Otis is like the oldest of them, right, or something. Maybe not her.
무슨 말 같지도 않은 소리야. 죽을래?
나라면 어느 정도는 칭찬으로 받아들일 것 같은데, 히스.
그런가?
I guess.
뭐 기다리게 버리게 되어서 아쉽지만 난 좀 더 피와 땀과 의리로 섞여 있는
Just a random resident. Fair enough. I'm just saying, they remind me of the Blue Archive mobs.
아쉽지만 저런 삐까뻔쩍한 곳보다는 허름한 탁자에서 마시던 낡은 술집이 내겐 더 가까워.
나 음악과 함께 울려 퍼지는 비명들, 피범벅 벽지, 꺾여 있는 관절로 춤을 추는.
Moving along.
아 그런 거는 클럽이 아니야. 역시 아무도 없는 건가?
가보았다.
Alright, see you next time. The last person I was expecting. Anyway,
다소 자주.
that doesn't sound right.
농담이지.
농담이 아니다. 왜 그렇게 생각하는지 모르겠군. 인생에서 즐길 거리를 찾으러 돌아다닐 무렵에 방문한 곳 중 하나일 뿐이다. 저 클럽의 절차를 관찰해보니 프라이빗 클럽으로 보인다. 프라이빗 클럽은 방문하기 전 입구에 서 있는 문지기들의 허가를 받아야 입장이 가능하다. 문지기들은 대체로 평균 이상의 덩치를 소유하고 있었으며 무기들 사이를 무사히 지나가려면
일반적인 클럽이라면 그게 맞는 말이겠지만.
Oh, Ishmael even has knowledge on their clubs.
이스?
Hey there, Talon Smoke. Long time no see indeed. Marcel, an intentionally funny moment. Hash or number whatever. Ishmael walked past us and up to the club
이곳은
entrance.
조직의 보스가 있는 공간. 당연히 일반적이지 않은 방식으로 입장하지 않는 방식도 있을 테고 그 답도 조직원에게 있겠죠. 단순하지 않나요?
어떻게 오셨죠?
저는 퀵해그의 친구예요.
Hmm?
네가 뭐라고?
퀵해그 그 이름을 알고 있겠죠?
At the mere mention of the name, the bouncer's expression changed from one of that of indifference to disbelief. The bouncer whispers something on the radio. Is he really gonna let us in?
키키그의 친구라는 건가?
Hey, Matt.
그렇다면요?
지금 어디지? 보스께서 물어보신다.
그러니까 당신들 보스가 지금 이 안에 있다는 거네요.
다시 한번 묻는다. 우리 쌍갈고리가 향하는 중. 다시 말한다.
Oh, I did it again. Oh, my brain auto-filled that as twink hooks. God damn it. Have a space bar between your name, please. Hello, Pork. I thought we were trying to sneak in.
이 안에 조직의 보스가 있는지 확인할 방법일 뿐이었죠.
I don't know if Verig's gonna be too happy about us busting the doors down of a local club run by one of the syndicates here, but all right. What the heck is their weapon? It's like a sword, but it's like a hook. It's weird. Bandana wearing twin hooks pirate. Look, I blame you guys for calling, what's his name? How do I forget every time? Demian? Demian the twink mage, alright?
태어난 곳으로 돌아가라.
I don't know if I would call it a hook. It's like just like a weirdly shaped sword. It's edged, right? Yeah, it's edged. Are hooks normally bladed? I figured there'd be like solid metal here and then maybe sharp here with like a spike. I suppose I don't think of a hook being edged. They look like meat hooks, honestly. Is a meat hook edged? Oh, excuse me while the game stops working. Well, I suppose they are, but would they be in the... I don't know, this looks very blunt. In my humble defense. You can make fun of me as you wish. You can get this on Amazon? Sorry, I don't think I want to buy a meat hook off of Amazon. Doesn't this look not edged? Oi, who's losing their clashes? Got your urge? However, I'm gonna go get some more water like right now. Give me a couple minutes. What is a shotel? Is that a type of sword? I want to Google it, but the game's gonna grind to a halt. Shotel. A deeply curved, double-edged sword that was originated in the North Ethiopia and Eritrea. That's like, yeah, that's a very curved sword, huh? Bro still has that atom of water. I mean, I do. There. Do these fights matter? I don't see like we're struggling. We all have high sanity. Called the Twin Hook Pirates, they use hooks. Headache co-jingles. Look, in my honest defense, the only part that I'm confused of here is that they're edged. Like, wait, hang on. That's like an elite. Wait, don't die. I want to see your sword. Wait, these ones are definitely different. Again, I thought a hook would be like solid metal and then a sharp curve. I don't know why I'm so hung up on this, but look. I guess. I think Matt's right. That looks more like a shotel. Either way, it's hook-like. Good enough. It's the hook sword from Dark Souls. Yeah! Yeah. I think you used that for a little while. Okay, but who's this boss? And who's this Queelag? What did Ishmael say? Queelag's a boss from Dark Souls 1. It was something adjacent to that, something similar. Queeg? At the club too. Oh, I did not realize these nodes were going to cost 20 sanity. Well, we got boxes.
와, 어느새 문지기님들이 길을 비켜주셨네요.
Let's go. I wanted to correct him that the bouncers weren't letting us in. That they were either face down in some ditch or fleeing, and we were just letting ourselves in. But I guess I wasn't in the mood.
몇 명이서 오셨어?
13명이서 왔습니다.
열?
저기 있다.
잘못했습니다.
Get out of here, Mob. I don't want you to get hurt.
자, 이제 저희 항구에서 유행하는 춤을 춰볼까요? 이름하여 청사주단.
We're not gonna force like Sinclair or someone to dance again, are we?
후프를 벗고 이렇게 후타 후타.
아이, 진짜 왜 이렇게 쿵쿵대는 거야?
Not surprised there.
뇌가 둥둥 울리는 기분이요.
다 앞에서 꺼지세요.
Ishmael swung her mace, shattering a nearby table to pieces. And that was more than enough for the clubbers to realize the seriousness of the situation. They quickly ran to the exit and vacated the club. Oh. Good. I don't even remember what happened with the the Hispanics, my people in Kanto 2. Also, I should probably be using my brain a little bit. Skill 2 is good, so we'll stick with that. And this is an A-res, so I guess it's fine. There's 2 waves. Yeah, this is fine. What was the impetus for that again? I know it was just like wacky woohoo, just whatever happens, happens. But the second floor of that casino is where all the Hispanics were. And then Sinclair had to like dance at one point, and that was fine. Also, we're gonna go ahead and do this. I'll save that skill 2 for later. I'll see what I can do about that. And we'll get this set up. The mouse. I forgot to joke. Thank you, Pork. I've just been doing MD as of late, so I've been mostly just P plus enter. They wanted a show of pure emotion to let us through. Okay. Well, a speed of 6 is not good enough. Hang on, we'll do it this way. Wait. Is this clashing? Yes. We'll have a really good skill 3 next turn if they even live that long. I think we're still on wave 1 though, so it should be fine. Everything's fine here. Sure. Just a little complaint. That's a bit strong of a word for it. I wish her stinger dashed through the enemy. Kind of like how Sinclair does with Blazing Strike. Okay, surely now skill 3 will be buffed up next turn. Nice. But it would be a waste to use it now. Doesn't matter what we do here. I think they're gonna die to like the first hit that touches them anyway. Yeah. Alright, wave 2. And we should hopefully still have... Oh my god, 2 skill 3s? The stars align? Everything here look fine? Yeah. This ain't the boss, right? I guess we haven't really seen the boss yet. Damn. You ready for another one? Damn! You didn't stand a chance. Your free trial of life has ended. Traceless to sight and sound. Whew. Right, oh, there's multiple of those guys. Honestly, I would have been shocked if he lived that. This is overkill, no? Apparently not. He lived. Alright. I don't think it matters now since they're all staggered. Ascendant Heisho, Mao technique. Cloud splitting manifestation. Twice. For a second, I thought the swords were floating around Don Quixote. It's like, damn, that'd be kind of a fun one. I think there is a Musketeer-themed Don Quixote ID. Prismia once showed me, like, the briefest bit of gameplay where it's Don Quixote solo versus another boss. I don't know. I think it was from the Arknights collab. Yeah, from the Arknights collab. But I had my names reversed there for a second. Anyway. And I didn't really... I told him I didn't really see any spoilers, but I caught a glimpse of that. She looked like a musketeer. D'Artagnan, straight out of Lost Saga. When does that login event start, by the way, Alonso? You told me about it a while back, but I forget the exact date. Okay, let's see. We have a skill 3 coming up, so... Even though I know we shouldn't overwrite skill 2, but it should get me set up for skill 3 next turn. As for here, I'd like to set up my knives. That becomes Gloomres. Is this clashing with something, though? Yes. This is favored. Neutral, unopposed. Should I take the time to hop on Dullahan? Is red the good one? I'm not sure, but we'll overwrite it. And I don't think it matters if it clashes, because he'll still get on Dullahan, I think? You want to correct me if I'm wrong here, Pork? Oh, tomorrow night. They announced it quite a bit ahead of time due to other content coming with it. You're not far enough to worry about that, though. Okay. Along with Standard Pair ID, Sync East, Honglu, and Reflectrial redacted for spoilers. Thank you. I won't bother looking into it then. I'll just take anything they give us with a login. Do I have this right, Pork? And or Alonso, and or Urge, and or Yomu. You'll still mount Dullahan just for setting White Hunt power counter, even if it doesn't work. Good. Why the Hunter? Ah, she's just under the speed boost. Maybe we save it for next turn. And I'll see if this... I don't know if it matters doing the power counter again. We'll do it anyway. Both of these are struggling, huh? It's mostly the Hay Show that specifically need their power counter to actually go off. Okay. Can we give you... No. It's your best bet then. Mouse S2 for more haste? Oh, we do have an S2. We do have an S2, you're right. Why did I not see that? I thought I only had yellows here. Ah. This is countering? It's countering. Oh, by the way, I know we normally... You didn't set it again somehow. Huh? Oh, damn it. You're right. My brain, sorry. Yeah, it is S1, you're right. Damn it. Well, hopefully we'll have the speed for it. On the topic of this game, so apparently next Tuesday is Gamescom. Ah, we're just one under. I don't know, but there's still another wave. Fuck it, I'll set up for it. That'll give me speed. We'll do this, we'll do this, and that. Sure. Get in the fucking coffin! Damn. Oh, sorry, Gamescom. Sorry, I got lost in the sauce there for a second. Gamescom. I think it's a yearly conference where, like, big companies get together to show off games. I did not know that they had an opening event hosted by Jeff Keighley. If you don't know Jeff Keighley, he does the Game Awards and he does Summer Games Fest, which me and my friends react to every year. In fact, I look forward to it every year so much. So next Tuesday, instead of doing Limbus, we'll do Gamescom live. I've already got Janko. If any of my other friends want to join, then hopefully they'll be there. We're just gonna chill, watch Gamescom. It's like an hour or two. I looked at last year's Gamescom. High Guard 2, baby! Jeff Keighley wishes. Oh my god. Wait, no, that's such a waste. No. Save that for the next wave. I mean, they're all staggered, so I don't really know if it matters what I do here. We'll do Limbus next week on Wednesday. Monday, I'm thinking Muse Dash. Tuesday, Gamescom. Maybe a tier list after if it's shorter than I think it is, but I think it's going to at least be 2 hours. I feel like that's the sweet spot for a stream. And then we'll do Limbus on Wednesday. Alright. You know what to do, Moused. This is favored. This is favored, and it's going to be A-Res. Alright. RIP, Wave 2. You sure you want to do it Wednesday? That's update night, so you won't be able to start until 11. Oh. Maybe we'll do it Monday then. Thank you. I didn't realize that was the case. Yeah, sure, we'll do it Monday then. I don't mind doing Muse Dash some other time. I had an idea for a YouTube video. I played all of Muse Dash's songs. I was gonna say so you don't have to, but that's Nostalgia Critic. I think that's his slogan. I've already got the thumbnail in my mind, I just gotta draw it. I'm almost done. I'm like 2 streams away from being done with Muse Dash. Quote unquote done, but done as in my goal of playing every song. But they keep adding new ones, bro. I'll do skill 2s. Is there any harm in doing 2 of these purple ones back to back? That's his coffin one, right? I don't know if he like loses coffin stacks or what. I mean, they're all staggered, so. I'm looking forward to it. I've never watched a Gamescom. I briefly scrolled through last year's Gamescom. It started with Bubsy 4D worldwide reveal. So if you're unfamiliar with these shows, it's like 2 hours of game trailers with some like meet the devs, you know, meet the actors, that kind of thing. They go on stage for a couple of minutes and they talk about whatever they're there to talk about and they move on. No, purple/envy on White Hunt is S2, which gains AoE from owned coffin stacks. Thank you. Okay, the first mate. I'm gonna have to burn a box here soon. Unless, am I close to a level up? Maybe. That'd be a nice game. Wild Hunter. Oh, no story. Starting with a skill 3 is a little rough, because I won't be able to... You think it'll cycle back in by wave 2? I think I'll hop on Dullahan this time. That's struggling. Turn it into that. We'll do skill 2. And then this is favored. I don't want to override my skill 3, that would be awful. The only kit, or the only thing in this kit that spends coffin is the passive that can resurrect fallen allies for 1 turn as the Wild Hunt. Wow, I don't think I haven't had to see that yet. That sounds badass. By the way, lately I've been doing an Arknights tier list. My friend Prismia linked me this website that has every character in order of release. I get to hear the voice lines, I get to read the skills. It's really, really cool. I don't want to do that for Limbus, though, because obviously spoilers. I don't mind it for Arknights because I've never actually read the story before. But I read, like, the first chapter. Same thing with Blue Archive. I didn't go after that. Okay, favored, dominating, neutral, unopposed. Yeah, that looks fine.
불가 위야.
Wild Hunt allies only live for one turn and have a unique visual effect and muted voices. You actually want them to die to enemies. That'll apply a bunch of sinking. Whoa. Lob abnorms are always there. That could be fun. Lob Corp. I mean, we're done with Lob Corp, right? As long someone would have to find me a tier list, because I don't want to accidentally spoil anything, right? That's kind of like my goal here, to go in as blind as I can be. I would have to find a tier list that doesn't have anything from Ruina or this. Limbus. Nice. Well, that's a skill 3. Do you guys have enough health to warrant this? Yeah, I think so. Just targeting the near full health one, so that's fine. Maybe we'll set this up. It's gonna clash with something. And that's A-Res. You're still clashing, right? Yes. Arknights has pretty great storytelling, although honestly the side stories have often been better than the main story, which isn't a problem any of the other big game gachas have. Mostly because the legally distinct England arc sucks. Honestly, I like the integrated strategies settings more than... I am somewhat interested in what's actually going on in Arknights, because obviously I play the game, I see it, I just don't read it. But I love the roguelike mode, integrated strategies, and I love it's a roguelike, with like little bits of lore and whatnot in the events, the ending cutscenes. It's all very cool to me. We'll take some skill 2s. That's A-Res. This will be like that. There we go. I'll have a skill 3 next turn. They managed the truly impressive feat of making a telling of King Arthur boring. Wow. Which is especially hilarious given who their longtime competitor is. King Arthur? Like another game? Anyway, I'm really enjoying doing that. I think I've got at least 2 more streams of that tier list. Ah, Fate Grand Order, thank you. Yeah, that makes sense now. I can't remember the last time I heard anyone talk about that, actually. I know my friend Rigzilla, who used to stream, his internet sucks now, so he can't stream. But I'd seen him play that. Okay. Does this actually clash with anything? No. Then whatever, we'll take a skill 1. Unopposed, 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 favored, dominating. Saber is female King Arthur. Okay. I know Excalibur or something, I don't know. That character is referenced a lot in other media, and I never really get it. In fact, one of my favorite manhwas heavily references it in one chapter. Hey, that manhwa actually just came back today. Let me see if I can get you a picture of the thumbnail. If you don't mind the slideshow for a second. Yeah, that's exactly how they do it in the manhwa I'm talking about, Pork. Hang on. I can't find you the exact chapter because that was like a year ago. But let me at least get you the cover. It has it has a Korean name, so it's maybe like a little hard to remember. Oh, we do have a story. Sorry, I thought this was just a filler node, but I guess they're way better about that now. Hold that thought, Sinclair. My lucky encounter from the game turned into reality. In one chapter, they just straight up are like word for word pulling one of those. I'm pretty sure it's a Fate reference anyway. Oh, that finale released after 10.5 years in December 2026. It was amazing. Now it's in a sort of epilogue arc, part 3, not super clear yet. Pretty sure I found one without any of the Wonderland / art book / arena ones. Pass that my way, and maybe I'll ask Alonso to take a look at it later. Again, this is all just, like, nothing set in stone if I do a tier list for this or not. For sure, I want to do a Mega Evolution tier list and a Gigantamax tier list for Pokemon. I'll have to do that sometime soon. What'd you just say to me? Thank you.
헛소리 아니에요. 다음에도 말이 안 통하면 다음으로 깨지는 거 뭐.
Spoilers, all Gigantamax designs get an F. I've seen one or two that I thought were cool. So we'll see. Also, Jenko linked me 2 Mega Evolutions from that new game DLC. 1, I didn't know the DLC came out already. And 2, damn, they actually looked cool. For some reason, all the new Mega Evolutions that I had seen looked fucking stupid. And I know some of y'all like Pokemon still. I think they're lazy bums compared to how they were back in like the black and white X and Y era. I think they're fucking lazy bums compared to how they were back then. But sure, Mega Starmie looks fucking stupid. Mega Dragonite, I know some of you guys like him, so don't put my head on a pike for this, but also pretty stupid. They just give it wings on its head, etc., etc. So I thought they were washed. They couldn't make a new Mega Evolution to save themselves. But then Jenko linked me Mega Golurk, I think it's called. Bro, that thing looked badass. So, we'll see. Oh, don't worry, this is a hating modern Pokemon games safe space. Good.
머리통이에요.
Very convincing, Sinclair. Mega Frostlass was fine, but they kind of do the same thing they do to Mega Starmie, where they just make her taller. They just, like, hang on, they pull one of these. What is this? No, what do I have in here? Hang on, this is what they do to Mega Starmie and Mega Frostlass. So let's say this is Frostlass. Mega Evolve Speaky! Mega Speaky. It's just taller. Anyway. Have you seen Mega Ampharos? Yes, because that's from X and Y. I played X and Y. That's the last official Pokemon game I played, actually.
알았어, 진정해. 선장은 여기 없어. 대신 부선장님이 계시니까 그분이 알고 계실 거야.
Wait, did that actually work? Oh no, he laughed. Alright. Yeah, the ZA Mega designs look really stupid most of the time. Thank you, Yomu. I know you like Pokemon, and you maybe still like modern-day Pokemon. But I'm glad we can see eye to eye there. One of my favorite streamers besides you is a guy called Imported Cheese, who mostly does Pokemon and Fire Emblem, and he despises what Pokemon has become post-3D League. Sounds pretty based, then? Mega Starmie's design makes a bit more sense if you read its Dex entry, which explains that it's trying to imitate humans. Huh. Which is why it's a long boy and tries to walk on its legs instead of just floating. They gave Starmie the Project Moon character build and called it a new Mega Evolution. Yeah. Okay. Well, when you put it that way, I see the thought process behind Mega Starmie, but it still looks really stupid, dude. If you made it look cool, I'd be fine with it. Kinda. It's still kind of lazy because I've exceeded the concept without just stretching it out. Exactly! You could have, like, used Starmie, like... Okay. Hang on. I'm about to make a better Mega Starmie. Starmie PNG. If there's even a good PNG for this. We'll keep going.
저쪽 복도 마지막 방.
가세요. 그쪽 말고.
알았어.
I'm surprised that actually worked.
야, 너 뭔가 늘었는데?
Hell yeah! My boys.
이런 걸로 칭찬 듣고 싶지 않아요. 조금이라도 빨리 구해야 한다고 생각했을 뿐이에요.
If they're even still alive. Not to be a downer. Alright, this isn't like a perfect... Oh my god, I hate what I just saw on Google. Okay. Give me just a moment. PNG. Alright. Okay, everybody, we're gonna make a better Mega Starmie. Alright, here's Mega Starmie. It's trying to imitate humans, right? What if we just did one of these?
모처럼 괜찮은 예술을 보나 했더니 벌써 목
Give it like ball joints that are like Starmies. That'd look kind of cool.
방지할 사고도 해야 할 뒤처리도 없는
Instead of just like these weird nubs,
돌아가지.
maybe try to give it some kind of a... like, make it look vaguely humanoid instead of whatever the fuck this is. Oh, whoops. Bam. I just owned, what the fuck are they called? Game Freak. Bam. Well, now it looks like... That looks kind of like Megazordish. Never mind. Alright. Point is, you could make it look cool while going with the, hey, it's trying to mimic humans thing. Game Freak is in shambles after this one. Yeah, they better be. I'm coming for you guys. Also, damn it, that wasn't enough for a level up. It's fine, I got boxes. I got boxes for moments like this. Maybe I should use some lunacy. Anyway. Oh, whoops.
와일드 헌트야.
Now, for alligator is worse. At least Pyroar is a joke in the original language.
어느 선장이
Which,
보낸 거야?
Mega for alligator I have seen.
내 목에 또 그새
Dude, he's got like a
한상금이라도
toilet on the
붙었나?
back of his head. Also, a hello! Hello, ma'am. We're probably gonna kill you. That sucks. I get what they're going for. It's trying to be like a Totodile. But bro, it just looks so dumb. There are definitely ways they could have made this better. Like, it's kind of cool if we just kept like the red armored bits and not like this. Would have been way better. Or instead of just, like, look, you can keep the giant red thing back there, but make it like gigantic spines, you know, giant spine spikes. That'd be cooler. Like shark-like if he's in the water. Okay. Anyway, back to the story, sorry. Hello, little brother of the middle. Oh, and Mega Darkrai is the final boss of the DLC, and it looks incredibly dumb. I haven't seen that yet. We'll see it when we do that tier list. The thing closes to look like a Totodile. Look it up. Yes, I am familiar, Jenko. I just don't think it looks good. Why is your fully evolved, aged, bipedal alligator trying to look like a baby alligator? Come on, bro. Get out of here.
당신이 여기 보스야?
Did Homeboy just walk at her while smoking a cigarette? I mean, he always has one in his mouth, right? But something about that had some aura to it. It's just a knockoff of Dark Matter Kirby because it's a dark eye. Get it? Oh my god. Well, we'll get there when we get there. Also, they give it an ability that increases dragon moves that fucks up the thing it had before. So it was better before the Mega. Listen, I like the idea, but they absolutely butchered giving it the bowl cut.
그래. 내가 쌍갈고리 해적단의
If
부선장 스미야.
If it had, like, okay, we're actually, alright. Arts and Crafts 2. Does this matter? No, but we're on the topic, so let me have this. Okay, you can see this? You can see this. Alright. This is just with my mouse, so it's gonna look crappy as hell. Okay. Alright, we're gonna make it better. Something like that. And then you can have these somehow clasp over the head to look like, to give it that same feel but make it menacing. Instead of looking like a baby version of itself. Bam. Game Freak BTFO'd. Okay, anyway. Just a moment. Alright, where are we? Okay, I'm not going to read that comment from above there. Thank you, Alonso. Let's see. I mean, Dragonize is cool since it turns normal moves into Dragon type and increases 20% on them, but I like Sheer Force more. Its existing ability was almost anything but Sheer Force. Dragonize would be an amazing upscale. Sheer Force is just too good, especially for recoil moves. Dang. I think I have an Aggron with Sheer Force in Pokemon Odyssey, I think. Wait, no, it has the unique Etrian Odyssey move. Or ability, sorry. I think it can get Sheer Force. Don't quote me on that, though. I haven't played in a while. Smee! Nice to meet you.
날 보고 싶어 했다며? 뭐, 사인이라도 해줄까?
Sure.
당신은 2인자라고 들었다. 우리는 보스를 원한다. 그는 어디 있지?
푸크 그놈은 어디서 또 요정주나 마시고 있겠지.
They drink fairy wine? Didn't we meet that homeboy? The slosher?
실질적으로 내가 이곳을 지배하고 있는 거라 봐도 무방해. 그리고 이 항구에선 고작 향수 사업만 하기엔 돈이 좀 모자라잖아. 그래서 이것저것 부업들을 좀 해보고 있었지.
Alright, hand over the hostages, or whatever's left of them,
너는
ma'am.
우리가 원했던 정보를 갖고 있겠군.
Oh, Cersei, you should probably start pinning a comment on the YouTube side about what you know of PM when you do this. That's actually a really good idea, Urge. So if anyone shows up, oh no, not to post about, hey, I know you're in the middle of Kanto 5, but how about this Kanto 10 thing? No offense, I'm not poking fun at anybody by saying that. Just trying to do this blind here. Easier said than done when people love to talk about future events. Also, Waterfall can flinch, and man, shit hits like a truck with it. And you're missing that out, or you're missing out on that with, I guess what was it, Dragonize?
인질이라니 말 너무 험악하게 한다.
손님이요?
응? 자, 그럼 우리 교환하자.
Are there no police out here? I feel like they should have showed up by now. Because, I mean, there were police or security from the last corp we were in. Whatever.
퀵해그에 대한 정보를 나한테 넘겨. 그럼 내가 너희 쪽 손님을 안전하게 내보내줄게. 심지어 꽤 거물이신 손님이던데. 그쪽에 퀵해그에 친구가 있었댔지? 퀵해그에 대해 알고 있는 걸 전부 말해. 지금 어디서 뭘 하고 있는지, 주위에 만나는 사람은 누구인지.
Who's this
제일
Queequeg?
최근에 남겼던 말이
I mean, I know
무엇인지
Ishmael brought them up, but
전-
what's so serious about them? Game Freak is absolutely going to be devastated watching some dude who plays Project Moon and draws big anime booba making a far better Mega Evolution designs than they could in the modern era. Yes. I know you're being facetious, but look, if I wanted to, next art stream, which will be sometime soon, I have a request to finish, and I just want to draw again soon. Maybe I'll sit down and try to redesign Mega for Alligator. You'll see. You'll see. Be like, damn, Zex knows what he's doing. Or not.
누가 이 거래에서 유리한지는
정말 말할 수 있었다면.
Oh, just a boss fight. Okay. I mean, makes sense. Is this fight in MD? Because I swear I've fought pirates before, but I don't know if they go immediately into this. I don't know if they end with, like, the pirate lady. Smee was her name? Is this actually clashing? No. I am screwed. What's the Office clip? We're screwed. Actually, I can't remember. I've never actually seen The Office. I'm gonna hop on Dullahan. This is gonna be a boss fight node, right? So we may as well get set up properly. Okay. Does that still clash with that? It does, unfortunately. You fought the One Piece crew. Oh, I didn't know they had a collab. Nice. Game Freak unfortunately doesn't take enough pride in their work to care when they get BTFO by anyone actually trying. Pokopia is apparently the best Pokemon branded game. I said brained in years, and Game Freak was uninvolved with it. That one did really well for them, right? Pokopia. That's not enough. I could do this into this. If this clashes, it does. And this. Maybe we'll get a skill 3 next turn. The thing with Pokopia is that it's not Pokemon, it's Dragon's Quest Builders 3 with a Pokemon skin. Is it by the Dragon's Quest Builders people? Because I know people like that. Meanwhile, Game Freak made a non-Pokemon game that came out earlier this month, Beast of Reincarnation, which dares to ask the question, what if Sekiro sucked massive donkey balls? I'd heard it was disappointing, but that's all I heard. You die if you look at the moon, which is apparently they have a lore reason for that or something. We'll do this. I'll get a skill 3 next turn. We'll do that. Keep red in the line here. And we should be good. He's already off of Dullahan, though. Huh. Welcome back, Urge. Look at Pork's previous comment if you can see it. It's really funny. It was about Game Freak's other game, their original one. Oh, you just use empowered S3, so yeah. I see. I try not to swear too much in public places like stream chat, partially out of paranoia about being doxxed, but also because being sparing with the hard swears has more impact. Yes. Thank you. And good. You gotta keep your OPSEC in mind, people. You don't want people to know where you're from. You can help it. This is the internet. It's not sunshine and rainbows. We have another skill 3 coming up next turn if the fight lasts that long. Emphasis on if. Oh, I'm sorry for you, homeboy. You're full health? Not anymore. Oh my god, it killed him from full. This character's insane. It's an invisible wall fest with the worst double jump ever. The enemies are designed too poorly to make the Sekiro-style deflect chains nearly as satisfying as the real deal. So it truly is, we have Sekiro at home. It looks vaguely pretty, but it's got that kind of like Unreal Engine genericness to it, right? I remember when it first got revealed, I was like, whoa, Game Freak's doing something like really graphically impressive compared to like their shitty Pokemon games from recent years. It's like, whoa, that's cool, but it kind of just looks like, you know, it just looks like Unreal Engine. Unreal slop. Is this clashing with anything? Yes. Is there another wave after this, by the way? No, it's... Huh. Okay. I think we'll hop on Dullahan. Do this, 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 and those two. This clashing? Yes. Health bar. What's that? As Mouse eats it like a candy bar. Ooh, that's like really nice, actually. That's a really nice aesthetic alone, so. I think... I'm not a fan of cape shit, but Marvel vs. Capcom 3, when Deadpool takes the super bar and hits someone with it with his level 3 super, that's really cool. What if someone just yoinked a HP bar and took a bite out of it? That sounds fun. You got my imaginative side working here. More invisible walls than Super Mario 64, Pork? You have to open a menu mid-battle to use your dog's attacks, which is clunky and awkward. The storytelling is awful. Decent JPVA, but the story is very clunky, half of it being preached at you in a long monologue in the late game. And finally, yes, it is Unreal slop to the max. That's the most Deadpool thing I've heard today, exactly. Okay, let's see. We're completely out of stuff to do here. We have a skill 3 coming up next turn, though. Is this going to clash with anything? Yes. That's dominating. That's also dominating. That's unopposed. Those are all unopposed. Superficially pretty, but unbelievably unoptimized. Yeah, like Unreal Engine. I'm not looking to get anybody's hopes up, okay? In my bank account, I almost have enough for the gaming PC. But if I buy it right away, I won't have enough to pay what I need to pay. The internet bill, my car insurance, etc. Right? Those are my only responsibilities at the moment. so I can't buy it right away. I'm worried of price raises because I saw some other computers go up in price recently, but hopefully within like 2-3 months, I'll have a new gaming PC. If the price stays the same, I'm considering it, damn it. Heavily considering it even. That's dominating, that's dominating. This is struggling. I'll just put a defensive over that. That's a nice chain of blues at the end there. We have enough for your thing? Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, unfortunately, I hear the PC port is utterly unplayable. Wait, oh, hang on. Deadpool's also in the new Marvel Arxis fighter and references like every other fighting game ever. Yes, I did see a Twitter post about that. Like, Jacko pose. I mean, that one makes sense. That's on brand for Deadpool, right? Even referencing like some really obscure fighting game stuff, which I find impressive. Good attention to detail, which Arc System Works, you know, Arc System Works makes pretty games, but yeah, it's like horrendously unplayable. You mean it's the most Howard the Duck or Ambush Bug that broke the fourth wall way before Deadpool? Well, that Deadpool, like, what's the word? Popularized it, I guess. I like Arc System Works fighters, but from the get-go, I didn't have an interest in Tokon, and it's had such a disastrous PC release. It's not that I'm surprised. How do I word this? I'm shocked at how bad the PC port is, but I think otherwise it's sold well, so I'm assuming it's doing good for them as far as a niche game like a fighting game is concerned anyway. Since it has cape shit, the normies are gonna buy it, right? Anyway. She-Hulk also did it. The Fantastic Four did it regularly too. Well, I'm not that well versed in their stuff. I'm not a big fan of the direction Arc System Works is going. Like, especially with Strive, man. Like, I don't know what's going on over there. It's a bit of a touchy subject to talk about online, though. I don't like Strive. I like the music. I like the visuals. I don't like everything else. Giovanna's hype, though. Very fun to play.
그것도 무려 너무 겁먹지 마.
Oh, what?
중지의 작은 형님이야.
He was in my chat just 5 minutes ago. Damn.
작형이라.
A what now?
퀵해그라는 자. 넌 잘 모르나 본데 상당한 현상금도 걸려 있어.
Society?
감히 중지의 탈퇴를 선언한 것도 모자라서 장적을 가버렸다며? 멍청한 게 지나친 것도 정도가 있지. 중지는 결코 잊어버리는 법이 없는데 말이야.
할 말은 끝났죠?
Damn, serious Ishmael.
잠깐, 진짜야?
저희가 어질렀으니 싹 정리해야죠.
Pretty sound, honestly. She said the thing.
중지라니까? 너 중지 몰라? 잠깐, 알았어. 위치 알려줄게.
Maybe put some distance between you and Ishmael before you say this.
너희 친구가 잡혀있는 컨테이너. 아직 살아있는 사람이 들어있는 컨테이너에는 초록색 세모가 그려져 있어.
초록색 세모? 그게 한 개가 아닐 수도 있을 텐데요. 비슷한 색일 수도 있겠군요.
Jesus.
알 수 있어. 알 수 있다고. 진짜 거짓말 아니야. 어?
들었죠? 방금의 키워드 정도면 충분히 꺼낼 수 있겠네요.
It doesn't actually change the stream color when my Windows night light turns on, right? I keep forgetting to turn it off. It's supposed to make the colors on your monitor less harsh on your eyes in the middle of the night, but it keeps turning on. There we go. Sinclair was frowning, but Ishmael didn't seem to care. She stood there, rubbing the wrist of her weapon arm. Almost appeared as though she was measuring the amounts of strength needed to turn Smee's head into a pulp in one fell swoop. Wait, killing her would cause us a lot of trouble. We know where the hostage is, and I think that's good enough. Let's head back.
필요성은 안 느껴져서요, 관리자님. 이런 거에 시간 낭비하고 싶지 않아요.
맞아. 나 같은 거에 시간 낭비하는 것도 손해야.
Can anyone just...
가자.
Like, okay, I'm isekai'd, I'm in Project Moon, and I'm not immediately eating a bullet as I probably should be in this universe. Someone, I don't know, maybe some low-rank fixers, some hooligans, whatever the fuck, start, you know, the rats from the beginning of Ruina try to gank me. I know the middle. I know an index. I know someone from. I know X, Y, Z. Can you just throw names around? I'm sure people do, but that probably wouldn't help you, actually. If you didn't look the part, at least. Like, I kind of believe her, I guess.
아닐걸. 시간 낭비.
But if I were to be isekai'd in my current t-shirt and jeans, you know, I don't think anyone's gonna believe me anything I say.
나 꽤 재빠르거든.
Ishmael's eyes were still lost and wandering. She swung back her harpoon arm, ready to strike, and before I even realized what I was doing, I was leaping in the way.
관리자님, 단테 미쳤어요? 미친 게 누구냔 말이다. 명령 불복 정도 모자라. 감히 관리자님까지.
잘 선택한 거야.
If you had knowledge that should not be known, won't you be silenced the moment you try to talk about it? Well, I don't know if saying you know an important figure in this universe is knowledge that shouldn't be known or what, but I guess I would have some insider knowledge having played the games. Oh, dude, that sounds like the most suffering isekai ever. I've played all the Project Moon games. Now I'm in universe. My knowledge will do nothing for me. Oh no.
만약 날 죽였으면 작은 형님이나 작은 누님까지 나섰을걸?
I recall the time when the exact opposite happened, when Ishmael leaped in front of me, taking the malfunctioning machine's bullets in my place, and called my name as her body liquefied, as though she had faith that my name alone could make everything right again.
방금 저 새끼를 감싸준 거예요? 조금만 더 옆으로 갔으면 당신 머리가 터졌을 거라고요. 시계 대가리요.
Yeah, I do. Boy, I really did wet the heck out of that harpoon. This really hurts.
그딴 실없는 소리 좀 제발 갖다 치우라고요.
Is this a bad time to say shukaroonies?
관리자님.
A name that is not known by regular people is enough to silence you. Fair enough, Janko.
방금 처자의 행동은 그야말로 하극상의 절정이었습니다. 더 이상 방관할 수 없습니다. 관리자님이 직접 처리할 수 없다면 지금 당장 윗선에 낱낱이 보고 후 향후 처리를 어떻게 할지 논의해야 합니다.
Hasn't Verg already talked to Ishmael back in the intervallo leading up to this, though? I don't think it did much. That's okay, Otis. I chose to get in her way.
괜찮지 않습니다. 저자는 지속적으로 우리의 임무에 심각한 차질을 빚게 하고 있습니다.
Or they can try to open your head and get the info if you mention you know the future. I don't even know the future. Like, I guess I don't know where this the current Limbus Company story isn't done, but the Ruina and the LobCorp stories are done. Oh, dude, isekaiing into LobCorp would suck if you're stuck in the time loop and you still have sentience every time loop. Which apparently Faust somehow is, if you know the storyline from one of her, what's it called? Walpurgis IDs. Anyway, we're trailing off into what ifs. I'm thinking about an isekai setting, or an isekai story set in this universe, and it's so scary.
선을 넘었단 말입니다.
Otis, I said it's okay. I didn't take the harpoon for that woman. I took it for Ishmael.
이제 아예 성인 군자를 자처해 보기로 결심한 거예요? 지금껏 손에 피 한 방울 묻혀보지 않고.
We don't know about my former self, before I lost my memory.
오히려 우리에게 대신해서 묻히라 했던 당신이 이제 사람은 더 이상 죽이지 말자. 너희가 정신적으로 몰리지 않았으면 좋겠다. 그런 가슴 따스한 소리라도 하고 싶은 거예요?
No, it's just my intuition. That probably wasn't very convincing, was it?
당연하죠. 감은 경험과 기억에서 오는 거 아닌가요? 시계 이전의 당신은 더 이상 당신 머릿속에 없는데 그 감을 믿으라고요?
That woman, I think she's in a pretty important position of power, at least in this district. Killing her before thinking things through could complicate things.
반대로 살려놓았을 경우 마찬가지 결과를 불러일으킬 수도 있다는 생각은요.
I just think killing everyone in our way left and right like this, won't help us in the future. Sorry, I don't have any better explanation for what I just did.
앞으로라는 게 얼마나 멀리까지를 말하고 있는지 적어도 제 앞과 관리자님의 앞은 다른.
단테, 다시는 몸을 함부로 던지지 마시게.
Roger, Hisang. Come on, that advice coming from one of you guys? Not very convincing.
그들은 열둘의 책임자이니 우리보다 12배 더 조심해야 하는 것이요.
It's a very clinical way of looking at it, yeah?
또한 그대의 죽음은 다시는 돌이킬 수 없기에 더욱이 그렇소. 그리고 되돌릴 수 없는 것은 견딜 수 없이 아픔으로.
Understood. I may be wrong, but isn't all of those institutions kind of a big secret to the world? No, I think people are familiar with the wings, just maybe not the darker side of things. They may not know about abnormalities, or I don't know if the what's it called again? The days and nights after LobCorp. I don't know if people really know what's going on there. Probably not. Basically, yeah, every wing is a singularity. Has a singularity which is kept secret from the public. Well, the singularities, yes, but obviously they're big, like conglomerations, corporations. Actually, corporations. That's the word I'm looking for. So it's hard to not know they exist. You just don't know their secret patented technology. Like, people know of warp trains. They don't know about the hell that happens on them. We hate W Corp here. Alright. Isang was right. My shoulder was in an unbearable amount of pain.
시계대거리. 괜찮냐?
Yeah, I'm good. The clock still works.
뭐? 아니 내 말은 이제 보니 너도 정신 나간 놈이었네. 아니면 이제서야 맛이 가버린 건가?
Attaboy, Heathcliff. Thanks for worrying about me, man.
우리만 문제일 줄 알았더니 너도 마탱이가 간 게 다를 게 없구만.
Heathcliff shook his head and walked away. And a random that has no identity across the globe can name stuff that are a secret to everybody. Now, if I'm just mentioning would get a crosshair on your head. Well, the head didn't outlaw bullets, but they're very, very, very regulated. I'd soon probably have like a sword in my head or back or whatever. I don't know why, but the head doesn't like people having guns, so they're very regulated and very expensive. Anyway, have I still not leveled up, bro? Come on. Heck, if there are telepaths, you're screwed. Your mind is not your mind anymore. Oh, that's scary. I don't know if we have mind reading in this universe. You think all of these shipping containers are full of...
뭐가 들어있을지는 상상하지 말자고.
Uh-oh. I tried my best not to speculate about what terrible things the pirates might be doing in that mountain of shipping containers.
거기 누구냐? 여기는 어떻게 알고 온 거야? 아, 우린 이 초록색 세모 컨테이너만 열어보고 바로 갈게. 봐주라, 응?
What she said. Let's take them out before anything worse happens to our agent. If the agent's even alive. I mean, I see the green triangle. It's wide open. We should see if there's people in there. Live ones, anyway. Is the head so omnipotent that if I, with my current spotty knowledge, were to get isekai'd into Project Moon, would they just immediately, like, disappear me? This has multiple waves? No, there's 10 enemies, though. I'd like to make the best use of this skill 3 that I can, so I'm going to wait until we get an extra skill slot. I think that's in a turn or two. Wow, my skills suck here. Goodness. Okay, let's buff up on both fronts. Unless this is the coffin one. That's the coffin one. I guess we'll just use it then. Or we'll do the same thing. Do that, do that, do that. There. Heck, you may even be considered an abnormality. Oh no.
태어난 곳으로 돌아가라.
Okay, when you put it that way, Jenko. Oh, man. I know it's incredibly morbid, but I think your best bet would be eating a bullet if you find yourself in that universe. Okay, this should hopefully... It's not clashing! No! Sure.
사고될 시간이다. 잔후회.
You know, whatever force would drag me from our world to that world, it's probably... Either way, I'm thinking too much on this. There are many crappy webcomics I've wanted to make, and I like the idea of this, but I also don't, because it's a really bleak world, man. That's a big number for a move. But then again, it did say struggling for her. Can I please get decent speed? Oh my god, we have 2 skill 3s coming up. Okay. Let's hop on Dullahan. I think I'll further buff up... I was going to call her Ishmael, I mean Roja. We'll weave a skill 2. We'll replace this with the power counter. It is countering with something. And then we'll just get an A-res there. And Pride res. Okay. Either would have a mission to fulfill to save the world, destroy it, or the entity is an asshole and did it for shits and giggles. I don't think there is saving Project Moon's world, bro. Ooh, magnificent end. That's when she gets full stacks of faint aroma. Something like that. Alright, boys. 2 skill 3s. Never mind. She doesn't have the speed for it. I'm really wasting time doing this, but maybe a skill 2 next turn will be enough. I'm huffing copium right now as we speak. It just seems like such a waste, you know? Oh, enemy must have been killed before her power counter could slash. Ah, that sucks. I'm huffing copium that maybe we'll for some reason get a little bit more speed next turn. Nice. I never said you could save it, just got sent to save it. If you do it, cool. If you don't, whatever, we can get someone else and try again, yeah. Very fickle. These isekai, like, gods and stuff. Let's see. Do that. Do that. Oh, she has horrendous speed. The blue one gives speed, but not by much, right? What? Let's just hang on. Let's use up 1 skill 3. It seems like such a waste, but that will let me get a power counter next turn, maybe. Oh my god! It rolled for 33. Good god! Get in the fucking coffin. Get out of the fucking coffin. Liquefied him in there, bro. Eddie, what I missed? Just me speculating a bunch on what it would be like getting isekai'd into Project Moon. Just a bunch of idle chatter, really. I think you're screwed no matter what you do. Another magnificent end, damn! Oh, I never even got to use my skill 3s. That's fine. I was getting a little too greedy there. I had 2 skill 3s on the slot, but no speed at all. Alright, is our boy alive? Take bets, people. I'm saying absolutely not. Or if they are, they're probably better off dying now, because if we get to know them like Effie and or Sod and or Yuri and or whoever the other girl was from the first dungeon, they're just gonna die anyway. We didn't do the Speaky Boss daily. Do you want to do that after this, Jenko? I don't know how long or you can stay up for. I was actually gonna suggest that earlier, but I forgot. Had to step out of the house earlier. I've been seeing on Twitter, everyone's getting the Hobagi cars on the Speaky MMO. Stay up another hour or two? Okay. I usually like these ones to go 2 hours. There's 11 enemies. Let's try to get Mouse set up properly. Is purple the good one? I don't think we'd want to overwrite it. We want to overwrite the red one, I think. We'll override that. Is this countering? No, come on. Work with me, damn it. Those are pretty big numbers, bro. Nice. That's a skill 3, dude. I want more Dawn IDs. I love this one so much, but in this Kanto so far, it's been really... I've been seeing a lot of struggling predictions on her end for her skills. Might just be like a bad matchup or something. Ooh, this one's really nice. Hang on. As long as this clashes with something. No, you bastard! Wake up! Please, wake up! Okay, well... That gives some speed. It's only 2 haste, though. I don't think that's enough. You do have the Queenie one. Yeah, you're right! Sure. This one's struggling, so... Let's hop on Dullahan instead. So I'm just double checking. It's not clashing with anything. Please, let me designate where I want my skills to go. Is that what original Persona 3 was like? You couldn't actually tell your party members what to do? I think I've seen Mobby Nerd clips when he used to stream that game where he's freaking out because the Yukari doesn't want to use what he needs her to. Something like that. I love that skill. Okay, Dullahan's out. I think this would use Dullahan up. So maybe we'll do this instead. We have 2 skill 3s coming up on Mouse. And she's got 6 speed. Please clash, please clash. Why? Target someone else. There. I know we shouldn't overwrite the skill 2, but I want the buff. There. Side-eyes Mitsuru using Marin Karen on a boss. What does that do? I'm not super intimate with Persona knowledge. I've only really played Persona Q. Which I plan to stream someday. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Moused. Sure. Oh, yeah, you can't control them in the original version. Now the last clip was a goof from the reload version. Shit was fun. We don't approve of Marin Karen in this house. Okay. Marin Karen is the Persona version of Charm, basically. You ain't charming a boss. Damn. You say that, but I actually really like it when games let you do status ailments on bosses. Etrian Odyssey, it's really hard to get an ailment on a boss, and they build up resistances throughout the boss fight. Etrian Odyssey boss fights usually go for like 10, 15, 20 minutes at times, depending on the boss. They're sometimes straight up immune to some ailments, but they're never immune to everything. This one might not. It might resist panic, but it's not immune to panic. It might be more what's the word? Susceptible to blind. It might be, you know, this, that, or the other. I think it's funner that way. You don't want to invest all your like skill points on something that doesn't work on a boss. I guess it's my thought process. Sure, we'll do that. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Yeah. 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 In Arc Knights, I've been playing a whole lot of that lately, and we'll be streaming it way more often, by the way. Stronghold Protocol starts in 2 days. Also, oh, did she not have the movement speed? Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't hear the pop. I thought for sure she did. Anyway, Stronghold Protocol comes out in like 2 days. I'm gonna stream the hell out of it. It's auto chess Arc Knights. I like it a lot. She comes with that spell, and we'll try to cast it even when it fails. So no, we don't stand there and Karen in this house. Okay, fair enough. Gotcha. What I'm saying is if this was Etrian Odyssey, maybe that would work. Like 1 in 100 times. And the reason why I brought up Arc Knights just then, and then I trailed off when I thought about Stronghold Protocol. Not every boss that I've fought so far is immune to ailments. Namely, I do Sleep Knights. It's a wacky build that wasn't really like a proper build until recently with TT's release. She really helps the sleep build, and I've been able to sleep bosses before, which I was surprised that even happened. Like, whoa, really? Your HP bar is red, and I can still put you to sleep. That's rough for you, buddy. There we go. There's that level up. All right. Oh, I probably should have converted into boxes just now. All right, here's the reveal. Is he alive? Oh my God, he is! Hang on. Urge, if you're listening, you should look at your screen in like 2 minutes when I have this on screen. I don't remember his name. You told me before. Okay, I found it. I found it by searching crazy hair guy. Give me 1 second. Google needs to decide if it's a PNG or not. It's not a PNG. Oh, wait. God, I hate WebPs. Oh, well, they're actually like really way better on the host side of things. I don't care. Urge, look. It's him. Okay, maybe this is a bit of a stretch, but when I saw this guy's hair, that's who I immediately thought of. Does Danganronpa never collab with anything? I'm kind of surprised. They, in a vague sense, collabed with... Not collab, but Makoto shows up in One Way Heroics. The One Way Heroics remake. They released the trailer for Repentance Plus for consoles. Nice! What's Yatsuhiro doing here, bro? They have, kinda. Okay. Well, he's here because... Look at that hair, bro. It's not even close, but... Anyway.
저는 이번 작전에 투입된 LCCB 사전 관측 3과 대리 파일럿이라고 합니다.
You're gonna die, bro. Wait, we don't even know your name? Oh, wait, no, your name's Pilot. Sorry, I was like, wait, what? Huh? So like Pilot, my brain was like, that's not a name, that's a occupation, but alright.
당신 팀장이 아니었어요? 그놈들은 잡은 게 LCCB 팀장이라고 했는데.
Closest thing in terms of collab might be the DR artist doing fake characters art. That's about it that comes to mind. Hang on, I think it's Ultimate Student, One Way Heroics. This was a class in One Way Heroics where they don't name him Makoto. I don't know what the girl version is called. Oh, hang on, it's over here. It's over here. I don't know what this is, but this is Makoto Naegi from. I think that's his name. Don't make fun of me. From. I was gonna say from One Way Heroics, but no, from Danganronpa. I don't know who the girl is. I probably don't want to know, considering how freaky and scary Danganronpa is. But this is a class in One Way Heroics. This is the game that I can't stream because it's broken on my PC. You know damn well when I get that new PC, I'm streaming this finally. Anyway. Oh, I think you can also play as Monokuma. I think that might be a skin. They've added Monokuma before to some skins and a gambling game with Celeste, Makoto, and Kyoko, I think. Okay. I'm surprised. No offense. It's big enough that I figured they'd be whoring their characters out like Persona does. That's Makoto's sister. He has a sister? I don't remember that in the anime.
뭡니까? 그 노골적으로 실망한 말투는 구해주셔서 감사합니다. LCB 분들에 대한 이야기는 많이 전해드렸습니다.
Ah, pilot, you gotta get out of here, bro. Go into another profession. What kind of stories, I wonder?
실제로 만나뵙게 되니 영광입니다. 입사할 때부터 계속 팬이었습니다.
Oh, he's gonna get his spine ripped out, shoved back down his throat, and then put on a pike. There's no way a dude this, like, humble and, like, fanboying over our shithole of a company is not gonna just get thrown into a meat grinder. I'm so sorry, pilot, in advance.
다들 표정이 왜들 그럽니까?
Also, right there is Makoto's sister. She appears in UDG as the MC. I think you know the rep that game has. I do not. Some Let's Players that I liked back in the day, Super Best Friends play. I'm pretty sure they did. That's Ultimate Something Girls, right? Yes, by order of elimination here, and that's not the word. Knowing Danganronpa, it's probably Despair. It's probably like Ultra Despair Girls or Ultimate Despair Girls, something like that. Anyway, I remember they played it. I don't know. I'd never heard anything like a bad reputation or what.
이해해줘. 우리가 지난번 작전에서는 팬이라고 주장한 어떤 작자한테 좀 안 좋은 꼴을 당했음 말이야.
Who was the one that claimed to be a fan? Is that the scumbag that stole from us in Kanto 1? No, right? He was a fan of, like, Vergilius, and then he just kind of fucked off. In my head, I like to think Varg just, like, slit his throat as soon as he ran out of the entrance.
그리고 전해드릴 말이 있습니다.
Okay, I don't know what the hell's happening over there.
당신들 이번에도 우왕좌왕하면서 유사 어딘가를 정신없이 헤집어 놓고 있겠네요.
대파괴 시간이고.
Time for oof.
아닙니다. 그게 아니라 그분의 메시지를 좀 더 생동감 있게 전달한 것입니다.
조심해야 해. 우리랑 이야기할 때는 주어부터 빠르게 알려줘야 한다고.
Yes, thank you, Rocha. Edmondante is my beloved. Also, Cleopatra. She's pretty great too. I'm assuming this is Danganronpa stuff.
단축과 생략은 뉘앙스가 전혀 다르다. 초보인 것 같으니 한 번만 넘어가 주지.
주어 말입니까? 그거야 당연히 소드 과장님이시죠?
Hmm?
소드 씨가 살아 계세요?
과장? 승진한 건가?
아직 재활 중에 계십니다만.
Oh my god, she's alive!
부서에서 빠르게 도착해 주신 덕에 아슬아슬하게 목숨을 건지셨습니다.
Oh my god, that's wonderful news! I mean, rest in peace, Effie, unfortunately. It was Effie and Sod, right?
추서된 건 아닌 듯하군.
소드 과장님도 여러분을 만나 뵙고 싶어 했는데 임무가 엇갈려서.
That is perfectly fine. Well, let me hear that in Sod's voice then. Or, well, let me rethink that with being Sod. I mean, okay, fair enough. I'm glad she's okay.
괜찮으신가요?
물론입니다. 고비는 몇 번 넘기셔서 지금은 밥도 잘 드시고 대화도 잘하십니다.
That's awesome news, pilot.
아니, 그건 다행인데 파트너를 잃었잖아요.
Pilot produced a piece of old folded paper and began reading from it.
LCB 사원 여러분들은 한 번 더 기억해 주시기 바랍니다. 저희 B4팀은 모두를 대신해서 길을 트는 중요한 임무를 맡은 직원들입니다. 여러분들이 피를 흘려가며 내디딘 한 걸음 한 걸음이 미래를 위한 길이 됩니다.
I thought we were nobodies.
우리 림버스 컴퍼니의 직원 모든 분이 나아갈 수 있습니다.
I thought we were nobodies, so I'm surprised we have even a shred of like reverence, even with the, no offense, the like fodder. That's a bad way of wording it. the before team.
입사하자마자 받는 신입 교육 매뉴얼에서 가장 먼저 나오는 내용입니다.
Very much a shocker, Urge.
저는 말입니다. 희생을 자랑스럽게 생각합니다. 비록 제 LCCB 동기들은 빠르게 돈만 벌고 빠지면 되는 거고 제가 유독 별난 거라고 하지만 말입니다.
Can I put in a good word for him and have him like get promoted to a desk job and maybe not have to like get kidnapped and killed in a shipping freight container?
희생이 자랑스러워? 진심이에요?
자자 이스, 정어리 고래맛 아이스크림 먹고 싶다고? 나도 같은 생각이었는데 어쩜 신기하네.
아니, 노라고요. 무슨 몸 힘이.
She's a mountain of a woman. Roja grabbed Ishmael's arm and began practically dragging her outside. Well, just in case she gets into another fight, I decided to sneakily follow them from a distance.
자꾸 그러면 분위기 너무 처지잖아. 사람 잘 살려놨는데 꼭 그래야겠어? 상태가 안 좋은 건 알겠는데 조금만 참자니까.
Atta girl.
저건 그냥 세뇌잖아요. 개 죽음일 수 있단 걸 아무도 인정하고 싶지 않아서 희생이라고 포장만 하는.
알아.
그럼
하지만 그렇게라도 생각해야 견뎌지는 사람들도 있지 않겠어? 당장에 돈 벌어먹어야 사라지는 사람들도 있을 거고. 저 의욕 넘치는 친구한테 빨리 정보 얻어야지. 응?
애새끼 달래듯이 말하지 마세요. 저희가 그럴 정도의 사이는 아니잖아요.
Oh, come on.
휘둘려주는 것도 이번뿐이에요.
알았어.
One portable Hod or one portable Malkuth? I like Hod, but I think Malkuth. If you... having played Ruina, I'm gonna say Malkuth, but if I'd only played LobCorp, I'd say Hod. Roja seemed to notice that I was following them all along. She signaled me with a quick wink, and I was able to return to where the other sinners were before they did. Nice. Okay, well, we still kind of just have the whole thing with Ishmael put on hold at the moment, really. None of us have really gotten to the meat of it as to why she's completely different of a character. Mr. Pilot 2. Alright, let's hear it, bud.
고래 아이스크림 둘이서만 먹고 온 것이요.
For those of you in the back, I'll be raising the volume.
고래 아이스크림 둘이서만 먹고 온 것이요.
Remember about the ink. Damn it. You were right, Alonso. They don't pay her enough. I'm sure they pay her well enough, but they don't pay her enough.
여기는 영 맛이 별로야. 비려. 인어를 갈아 넣었나?
스크림은 말이요.
이렇게 많은 사람이 보고 있으니까 긴장된다.
I think you lowered the volume even lower than it was before. Thank you. It's kind of hard to balance. I'll go with like here. Sinclair, what did she say?
빨리
아니면 대가리
Or suffer the obliteration of forehead. Jesus Christ.
알려주셔서 고맙습니다. 저 한결 나아진 기분입니다. 왜냐하면 방금 정말 LCCB 부사장님 같았거든요.
정말 혹독하게 다뤄줬나 보네.
그러니까 저희도 황금가지가 있는 로보토미 지부의 정확한 위치를 알기까지 꽤 긴 시간이 걸렸습니다.
Okay, makes sense.
저와 대원들은 꽤 철두철미한 성격이긴 했습니다만 결국 유사 뒷골목을 막고 있던 쌍갈고리 해적단 놈들에게
그러니까 이 정도면 진짜 싼 거라니까 그러네.
예? 아무리 생각해도 말이 안 되지 않습니까? 어떻게 어느 고래에서 나왔는지도 확실하지 않은 고래 기름이 이렇게 비쌀 수 있는 겁니까?
잠깐. 너희가 대놓고 심기를 거슬렀는데?
아니, 그놈들이 글쎄 대놓고 저희에게 사기를 치려고 하지 뭡니까?
Okay. Also, speaking of Malkuth, wonder how Foxy's been. She left a comment on my birthday stream. Haven't really heard from her since. Hopefully she's better. Not better. It's not that she wasn't good or not. Hopefully she's well, since we haven't heard from her in a while. Sorry, I barely read that comment now.
아무튼 저희 비포팀의 철저한 수색 끝에 저희는 황금가지가 있는 대호수 위에 로보토미 지부의 위치까지 알아냈습니다.
황금가지는 무사히 존재하던가요?
네, 그 유명한 눈이 부시면서도 그렇다고 엄청 부시지 않는다는 그 빛도 봤습니다.
Okay.
직접 보니 그 말이 무슨 말인지 알 것 같았습니다. 로보토미 지부선의 깊숙한 곳에서 황금가지의 빛이 참 영롱하게 새어나오고 있었습니다. 관측과 통로 개척까지 마친 뒤에 보고서를 작성하고 돌아가려고 했습니다. 저희 비포팀의 업무는 황금가지가 정말 그 자리에 있는가를 확인하는 사전조사입니다. 그 과정에서 지부에 남아있는 환상치랑도 싸울 수도 있고 전멸한 팀도 꽤 있다고 합니다. 작전을 성공적으로 완수했다고 판단해서 복귀하려던 찰나에
그 해적들에게
Pirates,
덜미를
yeah.
잡아버렸던 거구만.
현장의 하루 팀장님은 작전을 수행하다 보면 이런 식으로 적대 세력들이 급습해오는 일은 빈번하다고 하셨습니다. 하지만
나는 너희가 이 으스스한 곳에서 뭘 하던 별 관심은 없는데 말이야. 이분께서 하도 궁금해하셔서 같이 가게 됐어.
Pilot's face turned pale with fear for the first time since he started recounting the story.
팀장님의 손에서 무기를 놓치는 소리가 들렸습니다. 저희 팀장님 현장에서 진짜 명망 높으신 분입니다. 포기를 모르는 마음 굳센 분이었는데도 말입니다. 옆을 돌아봐 팀장님 표정을 보니 허탈함이었습니다.
그러고 남긴 말이 있었겠죠.
이번 작전은 실패했다. 그렇게
대체 누구를 봤길래 그렇게 반응한 거야?
이곳에 중지 간부가 있어선 안 돼라고 하셨습니다.
The person that Smee mentioned.
엄청나게 휘갈겨 놓은 문신이 있었나 봐.
어떻게 하셨습니까? 제일 먼저 눈에 들어온 건 그 알 수 없는 문양에 그래도 저는 승산이 있지 않을까라고 생각했습니다. 우리 삼과는 실적도 좋고 대단한 분들이 많으니까.
Oh, Pilot.
그럴 리가 있나?
그 이후로는 기억이 흐릿합니다. 정신을 차렸을 때는 제 뺨이 바닥에 붙어 있었습니다.
Whoa.
처음엔 아무 소리도 들리지 않았다고 생각했습니다. 가까운 데서 폭탄이 터지면 귀 근처가 울리지 않습니까? 하지만 그게 저희 팀원들의 고함과 비명이 끊이지 않고 섞였던 소리라는 걸 금방 깨달았습니다. 그걸 구분할 수 있게 되니까 그 소리들의 가장 밑바닥에 무슨 울림이 있다는 것도 깨달았습니다.
Homeboy's looking like Aku.
마치 집 먼 발치에서부터 울려 퍼지고 있는 듯한 기괴한 울림.
Alright, due to breach of contract, we'll now be ending the Project Moonstreams. It's a fucking deep sea creature.
기괴한
It's a whale.
울림.
I'm sure we would all know if we read Ishmael's schizo writings from the Intervallo. I don't think we did.
예, 마치 폭발 소리 같았습니다. 근데 그 울림을 구분할 수 있게 된 게 저만은 아니었던 것 같습니다. 그 해적들도 갑자기 이상하다는 듯이 불안해했습니다. 심지어 그 중지의 작은 형님이라 불리는 자주차도 당황해한 것 같았습니다.
작은 형님? 너 확실하게 들은 거야? 아까 해적 부선장 말이 허풍이 아니긴 했나 봐.
네, 분명 그렇게 말했습니다. 작은 형님.
Your cosplay came in? Hey, nice man. Doubt you'll be seeing too much use until October, but still, good to have.
그 낯짝들 여전한지 궁금하군.
You're familiar, Ryoshu?
돈이 될 만한 놈들만 챙기고 돌아간다. 저건 오재앙 중 하나야. 이곳에 다다르기 전에 떠나야 우리가 산다.
Jesus Christ.
하나 더 기억나는 건 팀장님입니다. 제가
Yeah, of course.
의식을 잃기 직전 팀장님이 제 가슴팍에 자신의 사원증을 붙여주셨습니다. 그때는 이해가 안 됐었습니다. 막내인 제 몸값을 높여서 발견되었을 때 목숨을 건질 확률을 어떻게든 높여주려고 하셨던 것이었습니다.
정리를 해보자면 LCCB 대원들은 전부 부상을 입거나 의식이 불명한 상태였고
계획에는 없던 중지가 끼어들고 거기에 더해서 그 녀석들도 쫄 정도의 정체물은
It sucks here.
파일럿 씨, 지부의 좌표를 전달해 주실 수 있을까요?
물론입니다.
Pilot produced a piece of paper that had been folded over many times and handed it over to Faust.
꼼꼼하게 적어놓았습니다. 저들에게 들키지 않으려고 조금 은밀하게 숨겨놓았는데. 잠깐만요. 그 제약 말인데요. 다른 특징 같은 건
It has a bunch of
없었나요?
harpoons in its back. That's what it looked like to me.
있을 텐데. 흰색. 분명 흰색인데 생전 처음 보는 하얀 듯한 아닌 듯한 뭔가 거대하고 창백한 인상이었다는 사실만 기억에 남습니다.
Define
그
palette.
떨리는 소리. 분명 어디서 들어봤는데.
Very pale, usually in a way that looks weak, sick, or unhealthy.
Pallid.
Pallid. Is this Moby? I think this is Moby, man. I think that's what Ishmael, right?
아, 유사의 그 특이점 있지 않습니까? 굽쇠가 합쳐질 때 나는 소리와 비슷했습니다.
Oh! Yeah. The tuning forks we saw on the way here.
그래, 거의 다 왔어.
저도 같이 가겠습니다. 어쩌면 지부 안내에도 도움이 될지도 모릅니다.
LCCB와의 작전 동행은 예정되어 있던 사항이긴 합니다. 단테,
Tell him that while I appreciate his offer, I decline. People that get involved with us don't make it out in one piece. Yeah.
동카.
우리가 너 살려준 거야, 짜샤. 빨리 고마워해.
고맙습니다.
파일럿 씨는 LCA 팀이 도착할 때까지 대기하시다가
아, 함께하지 않는다는 결정이셨습니까?
I appreciate it, man, but don't get yourself killed, bro.
역시 들은 대로 시계 째까기는 소리밖에 들리지 않으십니다.
마음 넓으신 관리자님께서 직접 마음은 고마웠다고 말씀하셨다.
알겠습니다. 그럼 몸 조심하십시오.
Stay safe out there, man.
그럼 제가 얻을 건 얻었으니까.
Ishmael was the first to leave the room.
만난 지 얼마 되지도 않았는데
How-
바로 이어지는구만.
I was thinking about this the other day as I was playing, this game I was doing an MD run. One, now that I have the skill 3, was it a Dawn Splitter for Gregor? Damn, it's really cool. I don't know if I've been able to show it off on stream yet because we don't use my burn team for this. But how big of a name was Gregor before all of this? The guys that we fought in the Kanto 1 dungeon were all like rejects, for lack of a better word, that had like more bug appendages than just an arm like Gregor. And Gregor, in one of his flashbacks in the Golden Bow, we saw like propaganda with his face on it. How famous is Gregor actually? Do people know him? Do people remember him? Or am I remembering wrong and there actually was not any posters with Gregor on them? Decently well enough, at least among the people involved in the Smoke War. Okay.
소드 씨에게 안부 전해줘.
그때 정말 고마웠다고도 그때 저는
Right. It was his canto, so I can't remember if Sinclair was in the right mind or not.
꼭 그러겠습니다. 파일럿군. 그래도 잘 견뎌주었구려.
이상 훈훈한 마무리네.
누군가는 이 말을 남겨줘야 할 것 같았어.
Attaboy. Oh.
저희 팀원들이 보고 싶습니다. 막내라고 다들 엄청 챙겨주셨는데 어쩌면 지부에 저희 대원 중 생존자가 있을지도 모릅니다.
I don't know if that's happening, bro, but we'll keep an eye out. Pilot's eyes, which had been welling up for a while, eventually broke like a dam. Tears flowed down his cheeks to the ground.
우리가 꼭 구해 보이겠어. 네. 반드시 이번에야말로.
파일럿이가 전달하신 로보토미
이스마엘?
지구의 변동 좌표를 확인해 보았습니다.
The bird got out of his cage. What's that in reference to? Or are you talking about like a literal bird in your house?
저희가 찾고 있는 로보토미 지구나 청새치 항구상 같이 규모가 큰 배들은 대우수에 대한 부분적인 규칙을 유사로부터 암호화 상태로 전달받습니다. 둥지 안의 대우수의 규칙에 대한 각 정보는 유사가 확보하여 엄격히 통제하고 있기 때문에 정보에 상응하는 대가를 여러 형태로 치러야 하고요.
Wait, remind me of the laws again. You can't tell people about the laws, but you can't break them either. So how do you learn the laws so that you don't break them without someone telling you the laws? Since you can't even like write down the laws, I think. Or else, I think the Molar team offered to do that, or Molar Fixer Agency, whatever they're called now. But they weren't allowed to.
그렇게 전달받은 부분적인 대우수의 정보를 토대로 자신들이 언제 어디에 위치해야 호수의 규칙에서 안전할지를
Variable
규격화하여
coordinates.
변동 좌표로 만들죠.
Oh, this bastard's flying everywhere. Well, damn. Good luck getting him back. Ignorantia juris non excusat. Bless you. Ignorantia juris non excusat. Latin term that means ignorance of the law does not excuse. Oh, yikes. Fair enough. A legal principle holding that a person who is unaware of a law may not escape liability for violating that law merely by being unaware of its content. But in this universe, you're not allowed to know it. So that'd be like, maybe I don't know the concept of jaywalking. Something important's happening on the other side of the road, and I don't want to drive my car there because it's right across the road. My act of jaywalking shouldn't immediately end with me getting, like, I don't know, thrown in a shipping container. I guess that the shipping container is the pirates doing that, not the laws here. Anyway, not knowing it doesn't excuse you. Okay.
항구선의 경우는 많은 고객을 유치해야 하니까.
But how are you supposed to know?
수시로 선박들에게 전송하지만 그럴 필요가 없는 폐쇄성을 띠는 배들은 구 엘사 지구의 경우는 비밀에 붙여지죠.
그러면 로보토미 지구는 뭔가 보물성 같은 거니까 분명 암암리의 좌표가 비싸게
That's probably what the
되겠네.
pirates are doing. Or, oh no, the brother, whatever, the middle, whatever. That's the neat part. You don't. Well, god damn it.
게다가 변동 좌표는 일반적인 좌표와 달리 굉장히 긴 암호화된 코드예요. 그래서 호수를 항해하는 배는
Just don't do anything that feels bad. What if I didn't know jaywalking was bad? I don't see any cars. I gotta get across the road.
목적지의 현재 위치를 확인하는 궤도 자동화 기능이 장착되어 있기도 하고요.
와, 뭔가 어려운 말이지만 어쨌든 파일럿 씨에게 얻은 정보를 여기에 입력하면
Attaboy, Honglu.
유사가 관리하는 대우수를 넘어 외곽으로 가면 아무
Oh,
쓸모
really?
없지만
그렇죠. 그렇다 해도 로보토미 지구는 유사 안에 있으니 이 변동 좌표만 있으면
Let's get a move on. Isang and Sinclair nodded with determination, while the other sinners followed suit and hurried on. Though I didn't catch a clear view, I think Ishmael nodded too. Good. Okay. I would like to go up to the... how long is the dungeon, guys? If it's not that much further away, we'll go up to there, but if not, we'll maybe do like 1 or 2 more nodes. Actually, considering we're not even here, I don't think we're remotely close to the dungeon. The last one was like 40 or something, right? Well, we'll keep going. Let me actually turn these into modules real quick. We'll do like 3 more. You ain't reaching the dungeon, home slice. Fair enough. Fair enough. Ice cream? We'll do 3 more. That's all I have the regular Inca failing for anyway. Because we're almost at the 2-hour mark. And then afterwards, I will read the Dawn Fixer, the last Dawn Fixer storyline. Yuna, I think. And then we'll go ahead and end, probably. We made our way past mountains of shipping containers and back to where we first docked. I saw Virgilius and Charon on a bench, watching us approach. The latter of the two was clearly suffering from a crushing boredom.
카론, 아이스크림 먹었어. 차가운데 금방 없어졌어.
비리지 않았어?
비려? 카론, 그런 말 몰라.
Oh no, Charon can't taste.
그 생선을 핥는 느낌이라고 할까?
노랑머리, 생선 핥아? 그런 취향?
다들 얼굴들이 죽상이군. 무슨 일이 있었지?
아니, 그것이 말이오. 우리가 약속 장소에 도착했는데.
Virgilius' hand on I basically immediately picture him. Okay, I don't need to visualize this. All right, hand on Don Quixote's head. Push aside. Stop talking. Let someone else explain.
같은 건 관심 없으니 무슨 정보를 얻었는지에 대해 요약해서 말하도록.
Yeah, dungeon is Act 3. This is barely the end of Act 2, I think. Okay, well then probably next time. There's an ID for Greg based on Smee, by the way. What do you mean there's an ID for Greg based on Smee? I thought you were going to say Otis. I can see Otis being a good Smee. Or Faust, probably Faust being a good Smee.
황금 가지의 위치를 알아냈죠. 대호수 한가운데에 있는 로보토미 지부고요.
당연히 지부에 박혀 있겠지.
변동 좌표를 얻었습니다.
뭐, 당신은 고작 좌표뿐이라고 하겠지만 우리가 얼마나 고생했는지 들어보지 않는다면.
아니, 그거면 충분하지. 칭찬이라도 해주지.
Oh, thanks. Oh, Act 1, not Act 2. All right. We all know what the end of Act 2 is. Manka S?
어머나?
그리고
네가 말하려는 게 뭔지 훤히 보이는군. 알아서 하지. 빠져 있어.
Oh, okay. I assure you we're all vibrating in our seats for next week because of it. Okay. Remember, it's probably going to be next Monday, since next Tuesday is going to be Gamescom. I don't know what to expect, so maybe I'll also plan out a stream after that, or like maybe we'll do some Risk of Rain after or something, just in case it ends up being a bust. I've never watched Gamescom, so I'm cautiously optimistic.
이스마엘, 꽤 초조해 보이는군. 아마 그때 진행한 면담으로는 마음을 놓을 수 없었나 보지.
당연하죠. 제 목표가 시시각각 어떻게 돌아가고 있는지 알 수도 없는 상태에서 이 일 저 일 챙겨가면서 나아가려고 하는 모양새를 쳐다만 보고 있을 수가 있나요? 돌아버리겠는데.
Do you think these neon light fixtures back here give her like, why are we here? Just to suffer kind of flashbacks? Because, I mean, that's a whale. Ooh, it's a whale, Ishmael. I say that, but it probably is going to be like a fucking horrific entity. Smee's Gregor's uptie story explains that Captain Hook does exist in this world, but he's always off screwing around, so Smee basically actually runs the Twin Hooks. He's actually pretty good for a Season 3 Gregor ID. Poise/bleed ID with a very strong ammo-spending S3. Sounds kind of cool. Just seems like a little unfitting, I guess. Fair enough.
진정해. 내 인생과 함께했던 이 대호수도 모든 목적지를 돌아갈 수밖에 없게 만들어져 있는데 그런 걸 겪었던 자치군 제법 참을성이었군. 관리자의 어깨가 적골이 난 것도 그 안절부절 못하고 있는 네 성미가 남긴 작품인가?
그건
뭐 의도하지 않았다는 건 알겠군. 만에 하나 그런 일이 있었으면 적어도 숨을 쉬는
I tripped. I tripped and landed on a harpoon, Berg, actually.
왜 생각이 멀리까지 가지 못하는 거지, 이스마엘? 지금까지의 기행에서의 결과로 대강 유추할 수 있을 텐데.
His passive is literally called Bullets Are Pricey, explaining why only his S3 spends ammo, and even then only on the very last coin, which also can do a very big crit. Nice. Yeah, that makes sense in this universe.
네가 안절부절 못하는 그 계약 조건, 그건 반드시 관리자가 이끄는 이 기행을 따라가다 보면 나타날 수밖에 없다는 걸.
Brooke's being pretty, like, reasonable right now, actually.
자꾸 관리자에게 반목하는 행동은 그 기행의 속도만 늦출 뿐이다.
겨우 4번 겪은 일로 확신하라는 말인가요?
뭐 나는 그런 흐름을 잘 보니까.
그렇게까지 말한다면 알겠습니다. 답답하다고 해서
Not already though, and it's happened a number of times here. He was literally the only A-tier Gregor ID released in the entirety of year 1 because being Gregor is suffering. Damn. At least he's eating good nowadays, you know. We got that Fire Fist one, and we got
덧붙여 어쨌든
the current
벌어진
one,
일은
Dawn
존재하기
Fixer.
때문에 상황을 설명하는 경위서 정도는 작성해야 할 겁니다.
얼마든지 해저 길잡이의 말이 들어맞는다면.
혹시 아이스크림은? 아니요. 이 항구의 명물이라기에 궁금했건만 얌전히 타겠소.
Aw, give him some ice cream.
이상 씨, 여러모로 고생이네.
알아주면 되었어.
He's not gonna answer me anyway, but what were you two up
한태
to?
씨가 물어봐도 의미가 없는 것에 대해 여쭤보시는군요.
저들에게 옴기라도 한 겁니까? 이거 원 정말 고래 아이스크림이라도 사들고 왔어야 했나?
I mean, you gave us chicken, I think, the one time at the end of a canto. Or was that the intervallo? Maybe in the intervallo. And Greg got the ID because he's a way less serious person than, say, Otis, and Smee's an arrogant blowhard. Okay. Makes more sense when you put it that way, yeah. In this episode of Limbus, we get every VA to say ice cream. Yeah, even Yisang did. Alright, let's keep going. Surprisingly, the level has strictly stayed 35 this whole time. It isn't jumping ahead like a lot of the other cantos were.
로보토미 지부까지 도착하려면 한참 남았는데 그냥 평소대로 눈 붙이는 편이 낫지 않겠어?
What is this music, bro? Yo, I'm gonna shut up and listen to this. Yo, Alonso, if you got this on hand, please send it to me on Discord later. Please and thank you.
아니면 내가 교대해 줄게. 어? 불침번에는 또 서질이 일단 말이지.
Gregor's Yan betrayed his confidence. Ishmael didn't care. She wasn't going to move from her station anyway. Ishmael looked like she was waiting for something to happen. Or maybe she was deathly afraid of something. She did not even for a second, leave the telescope, courtesy of Rain, most likely, installed on the modified Mephistopheles.
좋은 자세군 물개. 경계의 실패는 부대의 몰락이니 경계를 게을리하지 않아야 한다는 것.
Canto 5 has easily some of the best ambient story music ever. Don't forget that once you clear the chapter, you'll unlock this in the jukebox. Nice. This might even be my lobby theme. I asked Otis her thoughts out of curiosity, but she simply replied that Virgilius had already acted upon the matter. If the executive manager would not take action, then that was that. She also explained that while she would not hesitate to clash with Ishmael again should the need arise, she would not continue this pointless tussle that only lowered the team's morale. I guess that's good enough.
하지만 여기는 배 위고 아까처럼 뭐냐 그 대호수의 규칙만 잘 지키면 여기서 갑자기 습격이라도 당할 리가.
Whoa.
전방에.
Ishmael suddenly got up and hurried to the cabin, into the cabins as soon as she noticed something through the telescope.
미안하게 됐다.
Gregor, it's fine.
또 드리프트를 보여주는 거야?
방향을 틀기에는 늦었어요. 저번 같은 건 안 돼요.
I want to see this animated.
안개 생성기로 모습을 의도적으로 감추고 있다가 갑자기 나타났다. 이건 우리를 확실하게 노리고 있다는 거네요.
우리 위치가 발각된 이상.
Oh, I thought that sound was like this, the humming or whatever that they heard when the whale showed up in that flashback. Anyway.
어떻게 처리할지는 알아서.
저쪽 배로 넘어가게 허락해 주세요.
Are you sure that boarding their ship is the best course of action, even if we want to save our ship?
적어도 제 경험 안에서는.
All right.
계속 그렇게 현명해 주셨으면 좋겠네요.
As long as they don't involve putting holes in people's heads that we don't necessarily have to kill, but I kind of agree with her. We probably should have killed her. This was before we knew for sure that she actually did know someone from the middle or whatever. I sighed with relief as she seemed to be going along with me for now. I think it's the other way around. You're going along with her, Dante, homeboy. Dante. With that, I took a few steps behind the other sinners and watched her.
작사를 꽂아서 배를 강제로 붙일 거예요. 한 명은 키를 잡고 신호에 맞춰서 꺾어야 해요.
엔진도 적절한 타이밍에 꺼져야겠군. 어이 거기! 너는 여분 밧줄을 갖고 오고 넌
Ishmael's explanations were rapid and confident. Otis nodded along affirmatively. The other sinners were quick to follow the instructions. Watching Ishmael throw her razor-sharp harpoon toward the pirate ship, I started to feel that something was off. They were the sinners... there they were, the sinners, working so well together like clockwork, but underneath all that, maybe all that mattered to them was their own goals. I was wondering if all the times I've spent thinking, hoping, and contemplating about our futures together were pointless. This thought lingered in my head for a while. Well, for a while in my head. Tomato, tomato. Ooh, I have never seen this backdrop before. I imagine I'll start seeing this in MD now. Perhaps. Hang on, let's not do it that way. Alright, we have a skill 3 coming up, so if this clashes with something, that's good. Looks like Yi-Sang's just struggling here. Does your counter come with a color? Not yet. And well, obviously we can't do any of those, so just gonna have to tough it up there, pal. We'll hop on Dullahan. Probably hop on, or stab ourselves a bit with Roja. No, actually, I think this ship background basically never got used again. Bro, I'll go through the effort of making a beautiful backdrop like this and you don't use it? That's crazy. Also, the game's like really loud for me. I think I raised it earlier to hear the music. There we go. Oh yeah, that's a skill 3. That's gonna 100% butcher that mook. Seems a bit cruel and unusual, really. This is struggling. Oh, I meant to do that, though. There we go. Hello? Oh, I guess I hadn't slotted in the last skill there. Whoops. I've tried the cosplay 1. I need to lose weight. I tried the cosplay 1. I need to lose weight 2. That thing's gonna be sweaty a bit. Well, let's hope Halloween this year is on a cooler day wherever you live, pal. Nice. Did the skill 3 not go off? Am I crazy? Or did they just get eviscerated so quickly my brain didn't register it? Let's see if this counters. It does. Oh, not trying to do that here. Okay. It lost the clash. Oh, it lost the clash! My goodness, it lost the clash! Skill 3? What universe am I in? These pirates mean business, bro. Get in the fucking coffin! Oh, he died in the coffin. For a second, it looked like this guy walked... like walked, not off frame, but you know, he walked in and immediately got staggered. I don't think that's what happened though. We have a skill 3 coming up. Does this counter with anything? I don't think I need to do this, right? Oh, skill 3s aren't necessarily auto wins. Case in point, the Meat Lantern Don S3 just now. Fair enough. So I don't need to keep refreshing the power counter, right? But I mean, it's skill 1. It's pretty crap, no? Although it would become... Hang on, it's actually an A-res if I let it go. If we just let it go, so sure. It's the same skills X. I'm gonna hop back on Dullahan.
불가 위야 마감해진 이제 깨우치시길.
Nice. I hate when they die, and so she doesn't get the second shot off on her yellow skill. FANS Ryoshu, I mean. So, if she shot the second shot, she would have emptied her clip and gotten that without having to waste another skill slot. You know what I mean? Unless it somehow isn't wasting a skill, but I think it is. That's a good looking. That's pretty good looking, actually. Sure. Nothing here looks bad. We're good. I haven't done Rupture in so long. Ever since I got the burn team going. Nice. Oh, I put my phone in my pocket and then I hear, get in the fuck. This is so scuffed from it changing to a pass stream. Oh. Gotcha. Oh, interesting. Speaking of skill 3s, by the way. Bam. Is this the one that gets attack weight? Doesn't look like it. Oh no. Nice. Ah, there's still one more of these. We'll do that, we'll do that. Unless that's better? Nah. It's one dude. It's gonna be a lot of unopposed here. I don't know how long he'll live, but no, we're already on Dullahan. Maybe we'll do that, and that. This feels like overkill. Coughing pirate versus hydrogen sinners. Yeah, this is most certainly overkill. Oh my god. He died at like 2 skills in. Whew. That's rough, buddy. Okay, Jenko, if you're still listening, I think we might do one more node if that wasn't the last one. I'll see how much Enkephaline I have left. When did I get so much Enkephaline? I thought I had 60 and then we did a couple of nodes. Either way, I might just turn the rest into boxes. Let's do one more node. Pirates 2. The pirates alone really aren't a threat without Smee. And I was gonna say Smee's dead, but no, she's not. We let her live. Okay, just looking at the sea out there, it's kind of scary. This looks about right. Level up. There you go. Thank you. Alright, we're going to do this, Jenko, and then I'm going to read the story for the Dawn Fixer. So, like, at most 30 minutes if you still have time for some Speaky RPG after this. Jenko wanted to do the Speaky RPG daily raid. We can just raw as skill 3, but I think we're better off setting up. I know it's not good to overwrite skill 2, or at least compared to skill 1, but I want to get the buff out so we can get that skill 3. Do that and that. Or was that better? They're both neutral. And we should get buffed up, because there's 12 enemies. That's a lot. I won't overwrite this, though. Pretty sure that's his good one. Oh, no! He lost! Ah! So much for favored, man. Damn. Also, hey, Janko, I know you're not a Gundam kind of guy, but how are you feeling about that Gundam movie? There's a live-action Gundam movie in the works. Apparently some of the actors, like an actor or two, went like in an interview, like either today or like very recently, like, yeah, it's a Romeo and Juliet style story set in space. Something to that effect. And I'm like, oh no. This probably isn't going to be good, huh? Did you counter on white heat? Ah, sorry, I didn't see that in time. Oh! Sorry, truthfully, I only know, like, okay. I do that, okay, the red one's not as good, so I can get on Dullahan with that. To be fair, Gundam is kind of the best you can do. It's kind of the best you can do with live action. Yeah, I don't even think it should be live action. Let's see. Sure, 2 skill 2s. Okay. This is the one that gets attack weight or something? Yeah. Dominating. Okay. Since it's a real robot story focused more on human interactions, drama, and politics, whereas Super Robot stories like Mazinger Z are more focused on the machines itself. Yeah, what was the live-action thing that you showed me before, Jenko? There was like some live-action, I don't even think it was Japanese, it was like Southeast Asian or something. It was one of your Super Robot stories, but not Super Robot Wars, just, you know, like a Super Robot style thing, but it was live-action. And it actually looked alright. You know, the kind where they spend a lot of time showing the different, like, I think they were ships coming together to form a mech. I'm just explaining, like, Power Rangers right now, actually. Anyway, maybe you remember what I mean. And maybe it wasn't, like, the biggest budget live action. Voltes V Legacy, thank you. But I thought it looked cool. Okay, I'll do these, unless the... Oh, that's dominating. Everything here fine? I think so. We're getting a skill 3 next turn. I have to find it to watch it, but man, the mechs look amazing and the fusion. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you showed me a fight scene at one point. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, I'm so fucking stupid, Janko. Don't clip that out of context. Super Robot Wars Z, I think, whichever one is on Steam. Not the new one, the previous one. It was on sale for like $15 the other day. I was heavily considering it, but then it just slipped my mind. Because it wasn't on Steam. It was on, like... Oh god, I don't even remember the website. It was a more like, it was a more niche website. It wasn't a big storefront like Steam. But it was like $15, bro. We have enough speed for skill 3, so we'll do that. Do these. That's still struggling. I might give her a defensive for that one. And then we'll do that. He's already on Dullahan, so that's probably better. Just do a defensive here. Or maybe if I have the resources for it. Sure. 30 was the first team release. I can just check my book, not my bookmarks, my history. Super Robot. Super. Super Robot Wars 30. Yeah, it was like a flash deal on Games Planet. It was $15. It's now $51. I should have fucking did it, bro. Damn it, man. I regret it. I really want to play that one because it has Ernesti from Knights and Magic. And I forced Prismia to watch Knights and Magic with me. He fucking hated it, but I love the mechs in Knights and Magic. Knights and Magic's really fun. Sorry, the game's gonna stutter while I pull up an image of Knights and Magic. And I love his mech, the Ikaruga. There's something very monstrous about it, in a fun way. Is it the best anime in the world? Far from it. But the mechs are fun. The mechs are fun. I was gonna say I like the characters, but maybe not all of them. The mechs are fun. Knights and Magic, by the way. Maybe you would hate it too, Jenko, because Prismia hates it. He's also a programmer, right? You both are programmers. The guy gets isekai'd, and he's like, his programmer knowledge helps him make robots. Or well, the magic in that universe, I think, is for some reason very similar to programming from Earth. Anyway, I liked it a lot. I'd love another season of it, even. Where's Homeboy Skill 3? I guess it's coming here next turn. Why am I thinking this so hard? There's one enemy left, bro. Get out of here. One of my friends has been playing one of the recent SRWs that's on Steam. Dude, I want to play it. I want to play 30. Again, because of Ikaruga back here. The newest one looks cool too. I saw I think I linked it in the group chat at one point, but a trailer for the DLC. They're remaking one of their OG games, Jenko. You're probably already familiar with this. I'm pretty sure they're remaking one of their OG, because there's the Super Robot Wars, which is other IPs coming together, and then there's Super Robot OG, which I think is their own unique mix. Mostly she was complaining about how awful one of the series representative was. I can't even remember the name. It's so forgettable. Really? Well, if you remember, let me know. I'm kind of curious.
현올릴 생각보다는 바른 대로 말하는 게 신상에 좋을 거야. 보라. 어디서 왔니?
우리 부선장님을 건드리고도 멀쩡하게 돌아가는 놈들이 있을 수는 없지. 그건 우리 조직에 대한 수치다. 후크 선장이 너희를 가만두지 말라고 하셨다.
거참 아름다운 의리네. 나쁘진 않은 걸.
We're talking nearly as bad as Cross Angie. What is Cross Angie? Cross Angie. 2014 sci-fi anime? It's a 7 out of 10 on IMDb, but it's IMDb, so take that with a grain of salt. Nothing could be as bad as Cross Angie. Well, has a lot of weight coming from pork. I find funny that she goes almighty on the finisher. I can destroy the planet and shit on a game where she's fighting with universal levels of fucking shit up allies. Huh. Doesn't quite, what's the word? Doesn't quite match up.
그따위 협박이 잘도 먹히겠다. 끈질기네 이것들. 기껏 부선장을 살려줬더니 고마워하지도 않고.
스미, 그 사람이 말한 게 이걸까요?
아니야. 수치라는 건 고작
Ishmael, did you not just say...
느끼는 감정이 아니야. 뭐? 함께했던 동료들이 광기 어린 선동에 전부 개죽음 당해버리고 유일하게 들리는 소리라고는 혼자 남은 내 심장 박동일 때.
잠깐.
그리고 그 꼬락서니 속에서도 살아남고 싶다는 박동이라는 걸 알아버린 그때, 그럴 때 느끼는 거야. 수치라는 건.
아이 기다려봐. 너희들 배를 보니까
I didn't want to talk over that. Sorry.
모르나 본데. 나를 살려주면 다 말해줄게. 그리고 그분께도 이야기를 잘 들여보겠어.
Evangelion, Getter Emperor, Mazinger Zero, small stuff. Mind you, Evangelion is technically a mech series because Jet alone is in one episode, but neither the Eva units nor the mass-produced ones are mechs. Yes, because they're flesh or some shit. I don't get it. It was SRW 30, and the series in question was Majestic Prince. Never heard of it.
손해보는 장사는 아니잖아. 나까지 죽어버리면 그분이 오해를 하실지도 모르니까.
There's no reasoning with Ishmael in this canto.
아, 그렇지. 역시 구미가 당기지? 만약 그렇게 되면 너희도 기적적으로 호수를 벗어날 수 있...
이런 의미도 없는 뻔한 말을
Sheesh.
들어주는 것도 한심해.
Do I have the Ishmael where she has the harpoon, by the way? Because that feels like it would be very fitting for this canto. But maybe it's like older, weaker content. Let's see. Oh, Majestic Prince. Yeah, I get that. One of those, we had so many big names involved, how did this fail? Kind of shows where the actual concept was boring and terrible. Canto 5, the Ishmael crashing out. Yes. They kind of shove them into the story and you can ignore them and nothing happens. Wow.
방금 저게 마지막이었죠? 다시 배로 복귀하면 되겠어요.
Majestic Prince. I already don't like the way it looks. Oh, you know what? I think I tried watching this at one point a long time ago, and I don't think I got past the first episode. I recognize that icon on my old OG anime pirating website. It was animeseason.com, by the way, if anyone remembers that. The mechs look pretty cool, but that alone does not make a show. Looking at you, Aldanoa Zero. Anyway. Pretty sure that's the capstone for this season. Oh, Ishmael turning into a murder hobo. The ship was still as death. Its sails fluttered a forlorn dance in the winds. I think it would have been better if the music wasn't playing there. Or that last little line. The sad part is, according to like the only review of Majestic Prince I could find, their appearance in SRW 30 is significantly better than the original series, and it's still bad enough that you want to skip it. The thing with SRW is that they try their best to make every story make sense in universe, and they pull some huge what-ifs during the story. Okay. Speaking of what-ifs, we'll leave the story there, and let's go ahead and read Yuna's story. I think I'm getting that name right. She's in my bird team, so I'm looking for her. Alright, there's the last thing we're gonna do, Janko.
말을 길게 끌 것 없겠군요. 그레고르 싱클레어, 바로 시작하죠.
Alright, it's gonna have new artwork. First we Limbus, then we Company, then we Speaky. Or at least that's what I'm gonna do after this. I'm at least a little familiar with SWR, or SRW. Mostly the Z Saga. Could you boost the music just a bit, please? Sure. Can I do that in here? Let me do this. I'm gonna lower the SFX a little bit. We're gonna lower the voice just a little bit. And then I'll crank it up a bit. Alright, here we go, guys. It has been determined that this case merits preservation as a record. The following is the case record pertaining to today's request. Case name, 1000 Needles. Serial code DN-00113. Grade, Urban Legend. The case has now developed to a point where assigning codes beginning with A- to the victims no longer serves any practical purpose. Catastrophic propagation via a series of random chain reactions would be an appropriate description for the nature of this case. As such, it would be both inefficient and impossible to assign individual serial codes to every victim scattered throughout the street. The circumstances surrounding the case align with both the information gathered from rumors and the case report compiled by Representative Gregor of the Dawn office. Now briefly recording the state of the case scene. Sections of the building have been liquefied, and beneath the damaged structure, traces in the form of human remains can be observed. Many of the victims' remains are no more than distal extremities of the human body. By contrast, it is rare to find torsos and internal organs that maintain even a moderate resemblance to their original forms. Given this fact, it is reasonable to infer that the prevailing cause of death in this case is something of an explosive nature. Remaining bits and pieces of human flesh also indicate that said explosion was accompanied by countless shrapnel tearing the bodies inside out. Faust determines that all of these observations indeed point to a single property: omnidirectional fragmentation of this pitch-black matter from within the body. A presentation identical to that of prior cases. The matter is abnormally dense compared to its mass. Its material strength is also unnaturally high. Merely touching the surface of the wall permits the matter to drill through it with negligible resistance. Immediately after making contact, the matter begins to melt in areas several times larger than the point of contact. It is difficult to believe that such a material could have been produced by the human body. It is certain that this matter is identical to the one currently under Faust's investigation as an object of interest, designated as needles. Yes, that is correct. Symbols of an irregular, atypical pattern, which Faust had repeatedly received on-site verification requests for, are present on the material. Now cross-referencing this observation against Faust's information. No matching information found. In that case, the minority hypothesis, which alleges that the symbol points to a malicious advertisement attempt by a certain upstart workshop, may be dismissed as false. Now moving on to the next proposed hypothesis. Yesterday's promise and demonic magic has the presently recorded cases seen yielded any... Now moving on to the next proposed hypothesis. Yesterday's promise and demonic magic. Has the presently recorded cases seen yielded any verifiable fact that substantiates the said hypothesis? Understood. Faust recalls having stored a piece of information regarding the body of a corporate employee found in the backstreets, a victim of the so-called gut harvesting. The corpse also bore a much similar symbol. Gut harvesting refers to the criminal act of the backstreet syndicates by which corpses are stripped of anything considerable to have monetary value. Fausts who limit themselves to observing nest-sourced information may have been unsuitable participants in this discussion of this particular subject. Is she a robot? Is she like a neural network? What's going on here? Magic? It strains the realm of believability, but if such an incomprehensible phenomenon does indeed exist, perhaps this would be one of the ways by which it is manifested. Balloons popping would be the closest approximation. The radius of the damage is far too great for such a seemingly weightless impact force. Does the entity designate as yesterday's promise truly employ a power that may be deemed termed as magic? Perhaps access to some more pieces of information would help Faust thread together the truth of the matter. Yes, of course, Faust is aware that access to any information beyond this point is prohibited. However, it is an established fact that the entity's ability concerns contracts, in which case working as a fixer should bring Faust closer to an answer. Understood. Then the discussion regarding this record will conclude here. Faust will need to head to the office and submit a report. Sinclair said he had something he wished to say to Faust once this was over. However, it appears Faust will not be able to hear it. And it seems probable that this will be Faust's final record. This is them in the library, huh? Or is it? That looks like one of the needles. Current location, the library, as per the popular denomination. Correct. This is the place that has recently been reclassified as Urban Plague. Faust confirms that writing one's name on the invitation alone is sufficient to transport the invitee to this place. This record is best shared with the other Fausts in advance. Access rights received. Faust cannot help but notice that access is granted to Faust when it is already too late. Would that mean... No, please disregard that. Concentrating on the battle at hand would be a more rational choice. Yes, the opponents seem determined to make Faust their initial target. It is unlikely that Faust will be able to fend off the entirety of their focused offense. They are healing themselves merely by grabbing pebbles in their hands. And Faust hears the incomprehensible ringing of a cry, a song, or perhaps just an echo. The mind feels as though it were shaking and staggering just by hearing the sound. These are, abnormality cards, right? Is this an attack launched by utilizing properties of abnormalities? If so, what could this place possibly be? Though I find this development disappointing, I should think of this as a fortunate outcome that has availed me the opportunity to leave an account, at the very least. Because even should this Faust fail here, the grand objective of Faust must be preserved at all cost. Faust only has one wish, to know all of the city. Ending record. Is Faust a hive mind? What the? All in due time, I guess? Oh, let's see. And in order to do that, they just put Amuro Ryoma and Koji talking with Shinji as fellow childish soldiers. They can give him confidence, and then he becomes a man. Yeah, it's kind of hilarious how literally every SRW with OG Evangelion has a significantly better ending for the cast, purely because Shinji having literally anyone outside the festering nest of dysfunction that is a nerve to lean on makes the end of Evangelion impossible as written. Whew. Faust is Faust. What does this mean? What does this mean? I don't know, but now we have access to skill 3. Eject and Eject High Noon. Was her counter always red and like that? That's a lot of text. I'll try it out in MD and get back to you next week. Alright, just a reminder, people. We will be doing Limbus next Monday instead of Tuesday, because next Tuesday is Gamescom. And I hope it's going to be a fun show. It does get explained later what the Gesellschaft is, kinda, but in a way that legitimately expects that Dante / the player have already seen an Uptie story alluding to it. More like skill 3S. Yes, it's a power counter. They have to have some affinities. Gotcha. Alright, thank you for joining me, guys. That was a lot of fun. I gotta go join Jenko on the Speaky MMO real quick. Maybe, I don't think I have plans tomorrow. Maybe I'll be back in the middle of the night with some Arknights IS. Or maybe Risk of Rain. Maybe there'll be a bonus stream. If there is, see you then. If not, see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your night. Oh, okay, I really need to explain how Yunaust / Salvagor work. You know what? Okay, I'm listening. Hang on. I'm all ears. Unless you want to just send me a message later. They each build up a unique resource. Gregor's is represented by a sword icon, Faust's a violin icon. These also give self-burn. Okay. Bye, Sarah. I must sleep well for school. Alright, man. Take care. Good luck at school. Don't forget your ink. Thank you. Alright, I'll stick around just to hear Pork's explanation here. I know sometimes Gregor's, like, arm and sword are blazing. Hey there, the red Miku missed. Unfortunately, you just missed me. We're about to end. We're 1/3 way through Canto 5. I'm blind, by the way, just a heads up. At 30 of that resource, your S3 or power counter can be upgraded. Really? This works slightly differently for both. Interesting. I haven't had the need to do their power counters. See ya. Bye-bye. I'm just sticking around to hear a little bit. Oh, yes, Limbus is Monday. Normally I do it on Tuesday, but next Tuesday's Gamescom. Greg can turn either his S3 or power counter into S3-2, so you always want to convert it from a power counter. Because that means more net S3s. Ah, I'll keep that in mind. If there's any other info, go ahead and send it to me on Steam. Pork. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Or later tonight.